Last time on Square Roots, Rygar gets called out for walking off the job, the mystery man has a plan, and Atsuma meets his arm mommy. Waiter, Wookie wants a scruffy nose. What, Mom? Why were we done with my ice queen if we come with our shortnesses? What we gonna do?
Hey everyone, and welcome to Square Roots, the classic RPG podcast. My name is Jim Banks. I'm joined by Matthew Van Zandt.
Hello, Jim. Hello, listeners.
Johnny, I haven't been paying a lot of attention to this game. To make a game reference, Brandon.
Infinity Gold. Brandon.
Johnny Infinity. Yeah.
Yeah. It's me, the Infinity Golem. I've been your arm the whole time.
Whoa. And Vanessa.
I'm Vanessa.
And this is a podcast where we play and talk about your favorite classic RPGs, one chunker at a time. And this is our final episode in our Enchanted Arms series. The series that broke the podcast.
We did it. We did it. We did it. Yay! It's over. We did it. We don't have to talk about this ever again after today.
But I'm going to write a whole video on this, Matt.
I'm not watching that.
Oh. That's sad, because I think you'd like it. I think you'd have fun with it.
I'll watch it, Johnny.
Thanks, Vanessa.
Oh, I get all the friendship points tonight.
What a kiss ass.
What will Jim do?
Oh, that reminds me.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Just to make
Great
myself
job,
feel
Jim.
better for not having played it.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel
Well.
fine about not having played it. I have no guilt, no remorse. That's the way I live my life. No egrets.
Oh, but egrets are the cutest birds. No, they're shoebill storks.
Shoebill is the cutest because it has a grouchy face.
What about pinglings and puffins?
Not as grouchy, not as cute.
What about kiwis?
Not as grouchy, not as cute.
So, I hope that you guys play a great classic RPG without me next time, because I'm taking the next series off. So I assume you're going to play something I really hate and never want to play. So is it going to be like South Park?
You know it's not.
Oh. But I was doing a bit, Matt, and now you're just stomping. Matt's version of yes and is no stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, as in no, stop. We talked about this last week.
No.
We will be playing Beyond Good and Evil,
Yay.
Johnny's least favorite game.
No, I like that game. It's got cute rhino men, I think.
Pigman.
Yeah, it's got rhinos.
No.
It's got pigmen.
I'm not
It's
talking
got
about
fish
Paige.
friends.
Rhino Man, the Mechanic Man.
Yeah.
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 Paige is a little too feral for me if you're in the furry world.
I don't know what that means.
I didn't know what it meant, but I think I've figured it out.
Like, that's the less anthropomorphic is the more feral, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I am doing a video on cute pigmen, and I will have to mention Paige, because Paige is popular among the furry community, for sure. He's got a fan
He feels
base.
like he has a personality that I feel like would appeal to you.
Yeah, it's that gruff dad kind of thing, isn't it? Does he have like a New Yorkie accent?
He has a New Yorkie accent. He's loyal. He's friendly, but he's, kind of just a handyman, working class kind of guy.
Oh yeah. You know,
I'm glad that we're playing it now too, because that sequel's coming out anytime.
any
now.
day. But
Any
it's not
day
going.
now.
Is it going to be the Monkey Swears version, or is it going to be Paige and Jade version? Because that
there
Monkey
was a
Swears
Paige
game
and
looked
Jade
terrible.
version. I always only remember the monkey swearing trailer.
Well, there's the
that came out
first
like 10
trailer.
years ago.
The first trailer was like them driving like a '57 Chevy kind of convertible thing, and the car is broken down along the side of the road, and it's just Paige and Jade just being Paige and Jade. But then
Oh.
the second trailer was like, what if gorillas but more edgelord?
When did that first trailer come out? I feel like it was like 2012 or something.
No,
It
it was like
was- it was-
2007 or something.
It was, it was
Oh
a
my
long
God.
time ago.
Boy, I got distracted and I was not paying attention to what you were talking about, so it took me a minute. You must be talking about the Lost Odyssey 2 trailer, Odyssey into Time trailer, Enchanted Photographer trailer. What's the game we're playing next?
Beyond Good and Evil. No, it's called Enchanted Photographer, actually.
Yeah. Photography enchantment with friends.
Look around.
It's
take
very
photographs.
satisfying in that game to take a picture of an animal, and then it's like, wow, this is a really great picture. It's like, thank
Yeah, I like it too.
Dreams.
I like getting
can
the
take
pictures during like battle too.
you. Oh, yeah, that's fun,
They're
too.
like, oh my god, you're the best battle photographer ever.
The never-ending photograph.
Is this a bit? Are we doing a bit?
Yeah,
What
we're
do you
doing a
think
bit.
we're doing?
Oh.
We love bits.
Do you
We're a
think
fun
that there's a
podcast.
song called Never Ending Photograph? Is that what you think?
Yeah.
Do you think that was a real song?
Was there any hot gaming news this week? I don't remember any.
There was that
I'm
whole
sorry.
thing with Subnautica.
I think you mean hot gaming goss.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
hot
did
gaming
you
gossip.
hear any
Oh,
hot-
this is like the very definition of hot gaming gossip right
Yeah.
now. Have you
Yeah.
guys heard
I
about
got
the
two pieces
Subnautica
of hot
thing?
gaming gossip. You're welcome. And number one is the Subnautica thing.
Yeah, let me explain. So the
Now,
Subnautica.
hang on. You gotta tell it like you're a valley girl telling it to one of your girlfriends.
Yeah, like a whisper. It doesn't have to be Valley Girl. It could be like a Nebraskan or a Kansasian, like
Okay,
lady at
so-
the hair
Yeah.
salon.
All right,
Nobody
so
wants to hear that.
I heard a rumor. You guys will not believe this. Okay.
Oh.
So
my God.
Subnautica 2 has been delayed till
No way.
2026. Yeah, and get this. People are saying the reason why they delayed it. Crafton is the name of the company that delayed it. They're
Owner of
saying
PUBG?
that the reason they delayed it was so that Crafton could get out of paying a $250 million performance bonus to the developers of Subnautica 2.
What?
Wow.
And now Crafton has put out another statement that said the reason why the game is delayed is because the two developers, the two guys who are responsible for the first game, they said abdicated their responsibilities as developers, and they said basically like abandon the project to work on personal projects.
I heard that one of them was working on a personal film. Oh my God.
Yeah.
A
personal
film?
fit-
Crafton said that 90% of that $250 million bonus was going to those guys.
Yeah.
Huh. I do follow. There's a podcast I listen to called Rebel FM, and it's got like Matt Chandronay, who has been on our podcast before, and it's got Chuff Money, who is Anthony Gallegos, and he works on that Subnautica game, and so it sucks. I wonder if he's gonna even. He probably can't talk about it, I would assume, on the
probably
podcast
not,
next
yeah.
episode. But he used to be Anthony Gallegos used to be like on CGW, the One Up podcast. He used to be on a lot of those One Up podcasts and stuff. Him
okay.
and Arthur Geis and Matt Sandrine.
Anybody else have any hot goss?
Well, I just wanted to kind of continue the thread here. So it's been like a real whiplash back and forth because Crafton did, I believe, lay those guys off like 6 weeks ago and yanked them off the project and has now delayed it. The guys are saying that the game is done, but Crafton is saying that it's a fucking mess. I really liked it in Crafton's official statement. They took swipes at these guys and were like,
Oh, yeah,
one of
big
them was
time.
making a fucking movie.
Let's see if there's any hot gossip that I want to talk about.
There is some hot gossip. Let me gather in close, because this one's going to blow your fucking panties off, ladies.
Oh no, my panties.
My panties.
The rumor this week is that the Final Fantasy IX remake may be canceled.
Oh, there they go.
Oh shit! Did they ever announce it though? Like, there's no trailer or anything.
No.
No, not at all.
Yeah, they've never said there was a Final Fantasy IX remake.
Yeah. How can you cancel what was never announced?
Oh, yeah, good question.
But I guess it could have been working on, like, without in the behind the scenes, and then decided it wasn't going to happen.
But how do people know?
Why would they cancel it though?
Yeah.
How do people know? Why would they cancel it? All I've heard about it is that everyone wants it and everyone needs it.
I don't know if there's enough Final Fantasy IX fans out there to justify like a $200 million remake. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I could see like maybe give it the Crisis Core treatment or something.
Yeah, yeah. I think if they scope it to, but then people are going to be disappointed because they want VV in like cloud that kind of 4K cloud, how good cloud looks. They want VV looking like that. Like you can see every stitch
but
of
VV's
his
a
outfit.
cartoon kid. Like he's not supposed to be rendered in realistic detail. He's supposed
They'd
to look
be
like
so
Yeah.
mad
I
if he
agree.
wasn't. But you know these
What if
people.
he was? And what if they like contoured his face so you could see like skin texture over his black face?
What if he looked like a little troll under there, and he had he looked like the troll from Ernest
What if he
Scared Stupid?
finally reveals his face and he's just like,
What if he looks like James Woods?
what if they just mocap James Woods as Vivi?
The source of the rumor was a Reset era post by known leaker Nate the Hate.
Oh
who
yeah.
said,
I've
as
listened to his
I
podcast.
did hear a month or so ago that it was in trouble and possibly canceled. Whoa.
That's not even saying it is canceled. It just says it possibly was, and that's what he heard a month ago. Come on.
Without confirmation,
I did say
doesn't
may be canceled.
doesn't everything kind of exist in a maybe canceled state?
Yeah, everything might be canceled. We could be canceled any moment. Say the wrong thing. You're canceled. Boom. That's how
If
it
you
goes.
think about it, every human that's ever going to be born from this point forward is in a semi-canceled state.
it's
true.
true.
There was a games marketing analyst, Chris Zukowski, who posits that the only reason that the games industry is still alive is because people are insane on Steam sales and spend money irresponsibly.
I read that this morning.
I saw that same
Steam
thing. It was like 37% of Steam games are unplayed, and God knows
Oh,
I've
yeah.
got a few of those.
I've
So
got
it's a bit-
far more than that.
I've got a bunch, yeah.
It's believable.
I got my Steam Deck like a year ago. I think before I got my Steam Deck, I had like maybe 6 games that I owned on Steam because I never played on PC. My current library has like 300 games in it already.
What?
Or
Good Lord, Jim.
250, yeah.
That's worse than me. Well, I mean, I have like a couple of over 1,000, but one, I've been buying Steam games since 2005, and 2, I have shared libraries with Teddy and Julio, who've been buying games for a long time too,
Oh, yeah. That's true.
and my brother. But he doesn't buy games. But I'm gonna get him. I want to get him Forza 5. Well, probably for his birthday, so that he can play that.
So I guess some of these are EA Play games that I have downloaded before, but yeah, I could see that though. They're a big swath of this library I've never touched before.
I just think that's funny. The power of Steam as a platform is that it enables hoarding, he writes, comparing the audience with other hobbies, whether that's Lego, Warhammer, or knitting, that is made up of a diehard audience that are very interested in the subject and doesn't worry about how much money they're spending on it. I am worrying about that lately because I bought too many games on credit and now I'm paying it back. Now I'm like,
Oh,
I don't need this anymore. I don't make enough money to be buying new video games anymore. Not in
I mean,
this
I've been
economy.
waiting for sales for years. Over a decade since I've regularly bought new games, and instead I wait for things to go on sale. I bought Triangle Strategy recently. Very
I
excited.
think you're more fiscally responsible than I am.
Yeah,
There was a statement from I
You
can't
just don't
remember
consider
the
how
name.
much money I spend on alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember the name of the developer that said something, but or the name of the developer, but they were talking about how Game Pass is like eventually going to fail. Like it's eventually going to be unsustainable as a platform, like from a financial standpoint.
That's a bummer. I really like being able to get some new games like day one, but shit happens. I don't really care anymore. I'm in my 40s.
Yeah.
I'll be dead soon.
Within the week,
And you know
perhaps.
what? There are thousands of games I never got around to play.
Look at that negative energy Vanessa putting in. She's putting that into the universe.
You're right.
There's 2 games I bought on the latest Steam sale because they were like $3 each. One is Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Crash Bandicoot: The Insane Trilogy. I have not installed either of them.
Wasn't the Insane Trilogy on Game Pass?
Maybe, but now I can play it
definitely
on my.
because I played it.
Now I can play it on my Steam Deck.
Great. Fun.
Look, Matt, as I said, you make better other than
Didn't
drinking.
you just buy a giant TV to play retro games on?
But he likes to see what the new games look like on his retro TV.
Yeah, that is true. That's pretty fun. Matt's so mean.
Good gossing, guys.
Yeah, that's some good goss. Good goss. Yeah, even though I was trying to find any Gamorrean. I bought these new games and just ended up playing Star Wars: The Old Republic for a couple hours because I was trying to find Gamorrean guards for a video I'm making. I like Star Wars: The Old Republic, but I don't like MMOs. I wish they had an offline version of it.
Everybody's got that game.
Yeah.
I love PUBG. I don't like online shooters. I don't play any other online shooters. Every other online shooter I've played a handful of times and never touched again.
Mm-hmm.
I played loads of DC Universe Online.
I had that one.
And I don't like online games.
Yeah.
I forgot that you were really into that game.
I was really into it,
that was
man. I reached
right
like the
before
end game.
we started, like it was a couple years before we started podcasting, right? Like the 2010s, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how about
I used to play Gears of War online a lot.
What a fucking dork. Are you kidding me? Gears of War online. Everybody point and laugh at Jim.
It was awesome.
I played the first
I played
the first
that
2
MMO.
games online.
I'm sure I've said this before. I played it until someone like in my guild that I joined or whatever said, well, at this point we're just, grinding for gear. And I'm like, you're right. That's stupid. I'm not going to play this anymore.
That was my experience with World of Warcraft. I really liked running around solo and exploring that big world. And then I hit a point where we were I hooked up with a small group of people and we were staying up until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning grinding for gear. And I just went, the fuck am I doing with my life? I'm not going to keep doing this. I just turned it off. I was like, if I have to go into this dungeon for these fucking boots one more time, I'm going to kill all of you.
Was your mom upset?
Well, especially...
Got him.
Yeah,
Got me.
boom, boom, boom. Because his mom plays MMOs.
Well, especially like with DC Universe, I started that game because I wanted to experience the voice acting because it had like all of the Mark Hamill and DC voice actors and things like
that's
that.
cool.
And I'm like, oh, this will be great. So I still think it's worth it to play I think it's free now.
Yeah.
Like just play the solo campaigns. It's like the first 20 levels. You get all that voice acting. It's pretty fun.
I bought that game and played it
ignore
once.
everyone else.
I think I bought that one. Maybe it was one of the other superhero MMOs. It's hard to keep track.
Johnny, you don't have to do that on
there
camera.
was City of Heroes too.
No, you don't. Don't. He's doing it right in front of us.
Oh no! Oh my god! Oh, I can see the whole thing.
Oh,
he's gonna do it again.
Put it away.
He's doing it again immediately. I didn't think
They
you
all
could do
look
that many in a
They all look so
row.
flat, too.
They do
There's
look
no
so
fizz
flat.
to it.
Oh, it's
Oh,
so
is it
much
gonna fit?
backwash.
Is it gonna fit?
He's just pouring the backwash in on top of the new soda.
It's in there.
All
There's-
the way.
The
You think
reason
it
why
wouldn't
it's not
fit. You
fizz is
think it was
because
too
that's just
much.
a bottle of brown spit.
Oh, I was using one of those as a spit cup for my chaw. I I couldn't find a what's it called? I couldn't find a spittoon in your house, so.
Matt spittoons.
All right, why don't we talk about our hot new streams? Huh?
Whoa.
Huh?
What has Jim been streaming this
streaming.
week?
Yeah.
That's my question.
Everything, all
This
the time.
week,
Jim streamed all of Resident Evil 2, the remake.
I did the Leon run of Resident Evil 2 Remake this week. That was fun. I played a little bit of Ghostwire Tokyo, testing out the new capture card.
Ooh. Should I stream some
And-
PUBG? Would viewers watch that? No? All right.
I
good
would.
Point. Good point.
I
good
would.
Point. I did return for our Wednesday night stream and play a bit more Secret of Evermore. I got through the Great Pyramid, I think,
Yeah.
of Crustacea or whatever that fucking world's called. It was a good time. That game's fun. We're having a fun time streaming. It's kind of hard, so I'm pretty quiet while I try to play the stupid game. But thankfully, John and Jim are there to keep the conversation flowing. This last week, John was finishing the optional dungeon in Enchanted Arms as we streamed, and he made me put his Enchanted Arms stream up instead of his face. So that was
Yeah, it was really
that
fun.
was a weird thing, but it was pretty funny and interesting. So you can come check us out over at youtube.com. Search for the Square Roots Podcast. We also want to point you to the Bears in Games Neo channel. That's Johnny's personal channel where he reviews Switch games and drivey shooty open world games and has videos about queer gaming history as well as kind of one-off technological stuff like what was the one, the 4x3 Tuba?
Yeah, I want to do more of those because that's the fastest video for me to make. Like that is a quickie and people like it. So I might do more of those. So yeah, I'm really busy at work, but I'm trying to fit in some time to do some writing. It just takes, sometimes I'm just too tired to write. You got to have energy to write.
John, plug your show with positivity and not with excuses for why. You put out enough content. It's fine. Don't apologize.
All right. So, I'm working on a few videos. There's the Need for
Apology
Speed.
accepted.
There's the Need for Speed Vita review that is coming out. That I've captured all the footage for. Just got about halfway through the script. I'm getting Vanessa. She's promised to do a voiceover for this one to make fun of the unskippable EA lady that starts every EA game with like a 10-minute dialogue on how a game works. Like. So basic, it's like using a controller, which is that plastic thing in your hand. Press the A button, which has that little housey on it. Anyway, so I think that's going to be fun. I also have been, have been slacking on my Grandia 2 Switch review because I have played and finished that Switch game. And it is an interesting game. I think people might boo me for not liking it that much. Go back and listen to our Grandia 2 series. There will be one on Makoto and Enchanted Arms as well, because especially this chunker, Makoto is a fascinating character. I will say that.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, Makoto, not this chunker because he's dead, but Makoto and the Mystery Man are fascinating characters. And also, I've been capturing footage of different games on Pigmen in different games, and that's been a lot of fun. That's why I was trying to find those Gamorrean guards. It's hard to find Gamorrean guards, and there is apparently in the the real money thing, you can get a Gamorrean guard companion, but it's not romanceable, doesn't have any dialogue. Apparently the Boba Fett series has 2 Gamorrean guards, so I have to watch that. I just resubscribed to Disney Plus to talk about those wrestling. They got 2 powerlifters to play Gamorrean guards, and they're always tussling with each other. Don't they know what they're doing? Don't they know what they're doing to Johnny here? Vanessa, have you watched that Boba Fett show?
I haven't watched Boba Fett. I've watched, I think, all of the other Star Wars shows at least a little bit. I fell off Mandalorian, and Boba Fett has never interested me. He's just some guy with a shit job and a helmet.
My mom said it wasn't
I would
great.
want to watch about
No,
him.
that series was fucking terrible. Awful.
I just want to get some footage of those guys.
So much so that the last 3 episodes are basically just a mini season of The Mandalorian.
I did hear that, and I heard people say that was good because Boba Fett wasn't in it.
Wraps up. He's not
and
in
it was
one.
about something
he's
else.
not in one episode. But it wraps up the cliffhanger at the end of season 2 of The Mandalorian, which was a really weird call. Because if you just jump from season 2 of The Mandalorian to season 3, you're like, wait, what?
Does it also wrap up the cliffhanger of Boba Fett dying in the Sarlacc pit?
Yes, it is set post that.
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, post Return of the Jedi.
All right. Anyway, so that's the sort of stuff I've been working on. I've been kind of writing whichever script I'm in the mood to write that day. So it's nice actually having a selection, because if I don't want to write about Pigmen or Need for Speed, I can write about Enchanted Arms or Grandia, and so I just have all these different documents, and I will finish one.
Well, that's a good way to combat writer's block, too.
Yeah.
Have a couple different projects going.
Yeah. I also, I was thinking of a fun one could be, especially because I've been talking to Jim about sort of searchable things. I was thinking of top 20 greatest moments in video game graphics, but talking from and I hate it when video game people do a personal perspective, but I have to do it from a personal perspective of since I was a kid, the moments video games have impressed me the most with graphics. So I'll sort of do it 1983 Gorf. Yeah. So I'll talk about and you can do multiple ones, but I'll do 20.
Did you just say Zork?
Gorf.
Oh. Is it the text-based game?
Gorf
These
was the
graphics
first
are
game where I was
amazing. The way it described this room?
Mm-hmm. Gorf was the first game I remember being really impressed by the graphics on. So that's my thing. Anyway, why don't we trundle over? You guys have talked about your stream, so let's go over to the quest log.
Did you say trundle over? Are you calling
me
fat?
No, we're just a bunch of trundlers. I think maybe Jim doesn't trundle, but I think the 3 of us trundle.
No, he's 6'3". 6'3" guys are the ones that trundle.
Yeah, he strides.
What does trundle mean?
Walk slowly, heavily.
Oh.
Yeah, sort of a slow walk that maybe
plod?
sways a little bit from side to side.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
the kind of walk that you'd play a tuba behind.
Vanessa. So let's talk about.
Matt left.
Oh wow!
He got outraged by my statement.
So you start off in Graveholm Keep, and you have the option of having an intimate little meeting with the party member of your choice. I kind of wish that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth had done it this way. Or did it do it this way, Jim? Could you choose who to go on with, or did you have to have enough points? I can't remember how that worked.
I feel like it let you choose, right? Didn't you choose Barrett?
No, it's just your best friend shows up.
Remember there's relationship points. It's based on your relationship points.
Your best friend is clearly
Yeah, there's secret
Barrett.
points.
Yeah, obviously.
I think it's pretty clear that Tifa and Aerith are your love interests.
A love interest can be a friend.
But your best friend? Your best pal? Your significant other?
Yeah, no.
Ew, gross.
So who did you choose, friends? Who did you choose?
I chose Rygar because I was hoping that they would maybe talk some more about his, the way he stares at him sometimes.
Yeah, me too, Matt. I was very disappointed.
Yeah. You can't have a gay
chose
character like
Yuffie,
Makoto
and then
and not let me, lean into to the gay.
I chose Yuffie, and then I also reloaded and did Kareen.
Ooh. Which one?
Matt is frowning because he knows I watched this on YouTube.
That's what I was going to say.
I watched
was
two videos on YouTube.
Did we all
Come
collectively
on.
agree to pretend that Vanessa actually played this game?
All right. I have to cop to it. I did not finish this game. I did.
What?
I did collect all the God Orbs. I did
Gorbs.
make it to the Queen of Ice. I fought her first phase 6 times. I lost badly all 6 times. I looked up the rest of the game on YouTube. So I am not in a position to criticize Jim or Vanessa for not playing the game this week, which is very disappointing for me, okay? Because I've been really enjoying that for the last few weeks.
I think this is only like the second game where I was the only one who like did a traditional finish.
I feel
Right?
like I got I put 40 hours into this game. Okay?
I know, but I'm saying that this rarely happens. I'm
But
not
what I
saying
wanted
this
to
isn't a
say-
critique.
What I was trying to say is that I am not in a
Sorry.
position to criticize Jim and Vanessa this week for their failures. However,
That doesn't mean you're not going to do it.
However, I am not going to sit here and pretend like Vanessa played the game. You didn't reload anything. The streamer you watched reloaded it.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
pressed L1 and R1 and L2 and R2 and start and select at the same time, and it reset my game, and then I reloaded it.
But I streamed it on my Xbox. So maybe in a way I did play it.
You hit play.
That
You hit play,
that
so-
might hold up in court. I don't know.
I mean, in Trump's America, it probably would.
It's true.
And I'll get a big fat settlement.
Yeah.
So Matt and I chose Rygar, and the scene you get with Rygar is just a really nice one where he's like, Rygar says, "You feel like my little brother," and he thinks, and she was like, "Yeah, I kind of think of you as my big brother." It's really, I don't know, it was nice. It was a nice little scene. There was no homoerotic tension between them, or Atsuma misunderstanding what things meant and implying
Well,
there's homoerotic tension.
And Rygar did murder his last little brother, so
Yeah, that's true.
that makes it a little extra weird, if you ask me.
His little brother drove him to it. Rygar had no
That
choice.
is what every fucking older sibling has ever said. Oh, they make me do this. That's probably how Jim
He
does.
was hitting
That's how
himself,
Caleb treated
and he
him for
wouldn't
sure.
stop.
Why are you hitting yourself?
true.
Why are you hitting yourself? Oh,
Yeah.
I stabbed you.
You know, my mom's favorite story when I was a kid is that the day she brought me home from the nursery, they put me in my crib and my big brother walked in and he just fucking punched me right in the face.
Are you kidding? He's not that much older than you, right? Like he was.
2.5 years.
Well, yeah, he punched you, huh? Wow. Punched
Why?
a newborn baby.
He's just establishing dominance.
Did he express anything else other than like his fist in your face? Did he say like, "I hate this kid," or like, "Who's this nerd"?
Well, I'm trying to remember Jim, but for some reason the memory's real fuzzy.
Oh yeah, he's got brain damage.
Yeah, that's it. It was the brain damage from the punch, not the brain being 2 weeks old.
There
Not
was
being able to really
so
understand
embarrassing
colors
to
or
get-
shapes yet.
in the townhouse I lived. I grew up in when I was very, very little. Like I think we moved out of it when I was 2.5. There was a spiral staircase down to the laundry room in the basement, and I apparently like tried crawling down it and fell through the middle into a pile of laundry.
Whoa.
Like I fell a story into
That's
it,
scary.
softly into
Wow.
it, and then I
Terrifying.
had a fear of spiral stairs for like the first 7 years of my life for some strange reason. Who knows why?
Wow.
They still kind of freak me out.
Yeah. I thought I'd fall. But I was deathly afraid of falling in the middle. And now that, like, I didn't know that story until I was an adult. My mom told it to me. And now it all makes perfect sense.
Oh, wow.
My mom always has been afraid of
Oh my God.
escalators for some reason.
Oh, interesting. Maybe you fell off one of those.
No, my
She
mom
did.
was.
So we find out what happened with Rygar. What happens with Kareen?
Yeah.
Kareen talks to Itsuma and confesses that she likes him.
Ooh.
She finally says, Itsuma, I like you. And Atsuma says, oh, I like you too.
I like all
Wow.
my
You
friends.
No.
And he says, yeah, I like you and Rygar and Yuki and Toya and all
I
of
mean,
my
that is
friends.
the brush off, right? Like, that is a...
Yes.
Yeah.
I've
Totally, yeah.
I have received that almost word for word brush off before.
Yeah, so I would say that Atsuma is definitively not interested
Yeah.
in her. And she gives him a handkerchief that has like flowers on it, and the description says it represents her more feminine side that she's always, hiding behind her back.
Oh yeah, everyone gives you something. Rygar gives
Persona.
you this black stone.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, this rock's very important to me. Have a rock.
You know, I want...
You just got that in the yard.
this to be like, oh, like Atsuma's ace or something. But the truth is that this is like every shonen manga ever written. The main character is basically sexless until they're not, you know? I mean, Goku has absolutely no interest or even understanding of what Chi-Chi wants from him. And then there's a time skip and they're married and they have a child. And then years later, canonically, Goku admits that he's never kissed his wife. Like, he doesn't understand what's going on. I don't know how those children happened, but it clearly wasn't sex.
Huh.
I still don't understand how Vegeta and Bulma are married.
She's into short kings.
Yeah.
He's just like a psycho mass murderer, and then they're married. It's
I
weird.
think this is kind of fun. Like, this is well, okay, I haven't watched the kind of the shonen anime that Matt's talking about. So for me, it was a fun surprise that they didn't randomly squish those two together in love. Like, I like that.
They still
Yeah.
randomly squish them together as far as I'm concerned.
I don't think they do, though. Like, at the ending, she's planning on marrying him, but it's like a little girl planning on marrying someone. You know, it seems very unrelated to whether or not he has interest in her, and I don't see it happening because she's like doing this real trad wife thing that she's trying to do.
Well, we'll
I'm
get to
gonna
that.
learn how to
when we
make
get
a
to
habanero pizza. All right, yeah, you're right. We'll get there.
And then I also saw Yuki, and Yuki talks to Atsuma. Well, at first she's sort of sulking, and Atsuma's like, wow, you're really taking this hard. And she's like, yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared of the Ice Queen. I thought I could just kind of run away if things got too intense, but now I don't think I can, and I don't know what to do. And Atsuma says, well, I know what to do. I'm going to kick your ass. And they fight.
Whoa.
It cuts to like a battle screen, and you have to fight Yuki one-on-one.
That's a good
and
callback.
After that,
Yuki kind of ended up being the
And
only
this
character in
time
this
he-
game I liked. Even though I hate her.
I thought it was fun that he triggers it this time. It's not her. So after that, she says, I don't know if you remember, you saw a picture of my brother and you look just like him. And Atsuma's like, I look like him? What? And it's like, Atsuma, everyone has been saying that you look like him. He is surprised to hear this, though, and she says, so is it okay if I call you bro? And he's like, yeah, that's okay. And she said, well, my brother, he always used to call me you baby. YU-BABY, you baby. So will you call me you baby from now on? And Atsuma's like, sure thing, you baby. And that's where they leave that.
If you listeners...
Totally normal, totally cool, totally fine.
If you could see the expressions on the faces of everybody on this show right now, we all look like we're about to throw up. I don't know what's worse here, to be honest with you, because to some degree, there's an implication that she both wants to replace her dead brother with Atsuma, which is not healthy, but also that she wants to fuck him. And that also is just not appropriate. And let's not forget that this is a game that brought up her underwear at one point. Ugh.
Even though she is 11.
So you have to guess that it's just kind of a bit of both. The developers want you to both see this character as somebody that Atsuma could sleep with and a sister.
Did Did any of your sisters ever call you guys, like, Joe Baby or
Joe.
Jim Baby?
None of us are named Joe.
Joe.
Oh, I guess, yeah. No, Allison and I never had that kind of creepy relationship. Thank you.
Johnny baby.
Johnny baby, you're the one. What about you, Jim?
Was that Johnny crying?
What about you, Jim? Did you have a semi-incestuous relationship with your twin sister?
No, but I do love the idea of Baby Johnny's cries being an instrument in this song. That's great.
All right, let's move on. What does Yuki give you
Sure
for...
thing, Johnny baby.
She gives you a pendant with a bullet. It's like a bullet on a string.
I actually got...
What? What the fuck
I
is
got a-
that?
I got a keychain like that from Jensen Eccles and
She
Jared
loves
Pedlecki,
bullets.
and I treasure it. So,
Oh, I would too.
Yeah.
What a couple of menches. And someday we'll use it to destroy the
I
system.
even had a note saying to Johnny from Jared and Jensen. So,
Oh. You know, it's a little bit cheap that they're like co-buying gifts. I feel like they could.
listen, that show
afford
had the
that
nicest
on
crew
their
gifts
own.
of any show I've ever worked on. I'm not...
Yeah, your crew jacket, I still like covet it. I'm going to find it one
And,
day.
and that, have you
Steal it.
seen the monogrammed luggage I have? Or like a, what do you call it? Like duffel bag I have with like, it's like it's a Louis
No.
Vuitton style inside, but it's XV for season 15. Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, that's cool. And does it just say the
Yeah,
XV
I
on
think,
it?
no, it's also embossed with Supernatural season 15 if you look at the leather. But
Oh,
yeah, it's
okay.
an amazing, it's the nice, like I use that to travel because it's so nice.
Yeah, no, that sounds nice. And it sounds like it's not very like in your face,
No.
which is nice.
No one's gonna
because
steal
I
it.
don't like it when branding is like
It's not obvious what it is until you look at
Supernatural
it.
CBS TV show.
Yeah. It's just a really nice bag. So yeah, no complaints there. Anyway, so now you have the choice. You get a nice breakfast from the old lady. If you remember, she's the village elder in the one house in the village. And
The only
she-
house in the village. They're like, yeah, it's easy to find her. It's the big house in the middle of the village. It's the only house in the fucking village. I guess the rest of them just sleep in the fucking streets.
or are dead. There's a big.
can't, it's
there's a
freezing
big
cold.
graveyard. Maybe she's killed all the rest.
Sleep in the graveyard.
And so now you have the chance of doing the optional quests, of which there are 2. Or just going and killing the last, or going and doing the final boss rush. The last dungeon is like 3 rooms. It's 3 areas.
It's short.
It's very short, so I'd recommend, if listeners, if you are playing along, I would do the optional stuff. I think the Omega boss that you get is worth it because that boss is super powerful and definitely worth the time to get that golem, because that golem, I took Kareen out of the party and just put this golem in to defeat the final boss rush. The Apo one is the alternate. That's one you can buy from the casino that has different abilities, but I think also helps with that boss. I don't know. I never did the Apo stuff. Matt, did you do the Apo stuff?
I got
They
it.
look like
I
chocolates.
didn't use it.
The guide I said is Red said if you don't have Omega, buy Apo from the casino.
Yeah, I went and
No.
did.
Maybe if you tried the Apo, you could have, beaten that ice
They
queen.
do look like little chocolate drops, like little
Yeah,
Hershey's
little Hershey's
Kisses.
Kisses.
Yeah, so I called them Choco Buddies. That's why I renamed it.
Are they a thing from a thing? Like, are they a reference to some
I
other
don't
game?
know. Maybe. What was it? Vanessa was saying that in the Xbox version, there's golems which are references to other stuff.
Yes. But I think mostly stuff that, like, exclusively released in Japan.
I'll pull up the TV Tropes page.
I have some flash news that maybe we already knew, but apparently Orville Peck has been cast as Vega in the new Street Fighter movie.
Corrections and omissions. I guess that I was wrong about Alan Richson being cast as Guile, and now they're saying that Cody Rhodes has been cast as Guile, the wrestler. That movie is looking worse by like the day.
Roman Reigns is also playing a character, right?
Roman Reigns is an okay actor. He's been in a couple of things. He's all right. I'm not down on Roman Reigns. But what about David Dastmalchian playing Bison?
Yeah, and 50 Cent as
what?
As
50 Cent
Balrog.
As Balrog. We talked about that. Yeah, it looks terrible. It's gonna be terrible. It's amazing to watch this studio just make the same fucking mistakes. It's amazing.
What studio is making this movie?
I don't know. Capcom Studios.
Capcom's not a studio. I'm very upset about David Dastmalchian as M. Bison because we already went through this with Raul
And he saves the fucking
where,
movie.
Like,
he saves that terrible movie.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. And also, he was really attractive in that movie, and I don't want to be attracted to M. Bison. And Bison's a fascist who spins on his head and drills into people's stomach with a stupid head drill. And now they're like, oh, let's put David Dastmalchian in it because then Vanessa will think he's cute too, and that's gonna be so funny. Ha ha ha. Well, I'm not having it.
You're fucking having it, sister.
I know.
Anyway, I did go and get the God Orbs, which is like 3 little fights. Last week, John mentioned fighting the Gold Squat for one, which I got. And I went and got the other 2 and got the God Weapons. They also come with extra new skills, which are handy. Rygar's buffs the whole party to take 50% less damage, which is pretty awesome.
All those extra skills and weapons are very usable.
Yeah,
I strongly if you're not going to do the optional dungeon, even then the optional dungeon, if you get the 0 encounters, I want to call it a materia, but it's like a skill.
Support skill.
The optional dungeon I did during a stream, so it took me 2.5 hours, I think, because I started it right before we started streaming. And it's not long with the 0 encounters thing, and worth it. You get 1 million golems that you won't use because this game's golem system is broken, but you get that Omega one who has the... I'll just say it. I'm going to talk about this dungeon now because why not? So this dungeon is a 13-floor dungeon. Every 3 floors. It is called the Holy Beast Shrine.
What do you have to do before you can get into that dungeon?
How do you get into it?
Yeah, you can't.
How do you get in?
Oh, sorry, I forgot. You got to defeat. You got to defeat yourself. You have to defeat yourself. No, you have. Did I mute myself?
No, I told you. I was telling you to mute yourself.
Why?
I don't know. Just for fun. Just to give you a hard time.
You have to defeat the 4 Shrine Guardians, the Phoenicia, which is a beautiful... I put these all in the document if you want to read along. Phoenicia, which is a beautiful golden phoenix. Really beautiful character design. I think this is one of my favorite golems in the game. Then you have the Divine Turtle. Phoenicia is fire, obviously. Divine Turtle is water. It carries a giant water... Turtle. Well, look at its face.
No, it looks like a...
The face looks like Rex from the game Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess I see it.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, someone weirdly stretched the image.
Someone tried to zoom in on the turtle.
And now it's broken.
There's the Arrow Dragon, which is just like a big floopity dragon thing with long whiskers, so sort of Chinese dragon style.
Is that the one that only has one leg and has its eyes in the back of its throat, Vanessa?
No, it's not the one that has its eyes in the back of its throat. That was
What?
Yeah. There was a golem that says that it has an eye in the back of its throat so it can watch itself
Oh, that's
eat
nice.
its enemies.
And finally the white tiger. That's the one that Atsuma says like, "Oh, I'm gonna teach it to jump through a flaming hoop." This is the Earth one.
Yeah,
and it is a
looks like
cute
shit.
little tiger.
Looks like shit.
It does look like a PS1 model of a tiger.
It does, yeah.
Well, also, its tiger stripes are just really bad.
Oh,
Like, get a picture of a tiger. You know, It's not hard. This wasn't hard in the 2000s. Tiger stripes don't look like lightning bolts.
Omega is just a big Gundam, just a big mech. That's the one that you get for doing this, but it's pretty cool. I like Omega. I did take a still of Omega, but I was having problems uploading stuff to Xbox Live to get that still onto my computer, which does require a bunch of. I don't want to take the 5 minutes it'll take to do this, so let's not do that. And but yeah, it's a cool Gundam mech basically, and it has an ability. It's the final boss of the dungeon. So basically, the setup is there's three. You do two dungeon floors, and they can get pretty huge. Like some of these floors take a while to navigate. I believe they're filled with all the golems you missed, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it's a way of catching up on golems if you didn't get all of them, which I think is pretty cool. And you also get a bunch of, like, there's holy weapons, which you get for defeating the boss golems, which is every 3 floors. And every 3 floors you get an exit, so you can go out and save and rest. Or you can always save, but go out and rest and regain all your strength. And for defeating these boss golems, you get a moonlight weapon, and there's 4 moonlight weapons. And they all look pretty cool. They're like glowing blue crystals, and they're all super powerful. So you might ask, well, why did you bother getting these god orbs to get these god orb things when there's a much... They do have the skills. Yeah, I would say, yeah, that's why. But those weapons are the best weapons. The moonlight ones are the best weapons in the game, so you should definitely get the skills from the god orbs. Matt's right. That's why you get those god orb ones, to get the crazy skills. Because Rygar has one that will do 50%. It does the 8 tiles surrounding him and does 50% damage reduction, which is very useful for the boss fights. I strongly recommend that one. And at this point, I didn't realize I'd maxed out my, whatever attack stat each character had. I wasn't looking in the box just to the right of when you're boosting parameters, so I didn't notice I'd been wasting like probably a couple 100,000 of those SPs on skills I'd already maxed out. Oh well.
What do they max out at?
999.
And it still let you apply. That's cool. Cool game. Cool, well-made game.
After that, I was just, boosting EP and HP just to make my characters a little more survivable. I ended up at like level 55 when I finished the game, and apparently you need to be around level 40 to finish the game, like to defeat those bosses. So I was a little over leveled. I probably didn't even need Omega. So Omega's the final boss of this dungeon. It is, a big robot. It has an ability called near death strike, and it does. It will take out, including the final bosses, every hit point except for the last one. It reduces every enemy to 1 hit point, including the last boss of the game. Because until the
ridiculous.
End, Sniper worked on almost every boss, but not the final bosses. The sniper shot.
Oh, yeah. I got that sniper skill. It didn't work on anything even once. And I didn't just use it against the last boss. I used it in the little mini dungeon before the boss. Didn't fucking do anything. Never.
Basically, that dungeon, it doesn't work. The rest of the game, including Omega, normally it takes away, I think like 50% or more. No, it's 2/3 of an enemy's health, but that's of whatever health they have. So it's most valuable if the enemy is, first round, basically, where the enemy is at full health. And then from there, it gets less effective. But it's still a really good skill and super useful. Like, it works on Omega has it, so it only takes out 1/3 of his health. But even then, you're like 3 rounds, and I was already down, got him down from 100,000 hit points to 8,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, sniper shot, a very useful skill, just not in the final dungeon. I'm sorry, Matt.
Yeah, wasted my time. Hey, this sounds like it was more of a fungeon. Am I right, guys? Guys?
Mm-hmm. It was a fungeon, a fun dungeon. So yeah, you can defeat Omega. I recommend doing it if you want to totally destroy the final bosses. As you know, like a Final Fantasy game, it's very fun to have over-leveled and overpowered yourself with all the different tricks to completely obliterate those last bosses.
You can just hit him with your blitzball.
I love doing this, so strongly
I
recommend
agree, but
it.
the thought of grinding and playing hours more of this game made me not want to be around anymore, so I opted to not do it.
So you finally open the gate, and it opens like a cool bank, not even a bank vault. It's like this thing where it slowly slides open. Each part of the circle slides into it, and then
it's the big door at the winter town. And my favorite part about that is that they're like, well, you got to get a key from the elder. And then when you go get it and you get the key, it does just look like a fucking house key.
Yeah. And that opens this giant crazy gate. And then you have this ice palace, which looks very nice and inviting. However, when you start walking towards it, Atsuma's arm starts hurting.
What?
He starts grabbing and saying, "Gah, my arm!" But he's fine. He's fine. So you can keep going. There is nicely
when you approach,
I like where they ask him like,
go ahead.
Sorry, they ask him like, "Does this mean the Ice Queen's doing something?" And he's like, "I don't know, but my arm."
In the background, if you listen closely, you can hear like, "Let it be, let it be. Don't want humanity to exist anymore. Let it be, let it be."
Is this a Frozen thing?
Because the Ice
Or is
Queen,
it a
Johnny.
Beatles song? I'm very confused.
Well, I didn't want to use the exact lyrics because we don't want to get demonetized, I guess, or whatever. We're not going to get
But
taken
there's
off.
another very famous song
Are
called
we
Let It Be.
monetized?
So I was very confused. That also says it in that manner. But different tune. So you walk up to the entrance and they're like, well, there is no entrance. How do we get in? And then the camera zooms in on a magical gate, like teleporter. There's no possible way of getting inside this ice castle. Zoom in. Entrance to ice castle appears on the screen.
Yeah. I mean, if you have your camera tilted the right way, it's on the screen before they say that. And you're like, well, that's a teleporter. What's going on?
Yeah. It feels like even the camera is sick of how stupid Atsuma is.
There's a shop outside, which I think, was it Matt or Vanessa assumed that that's where she does her like online shopping in her Amazon
Well, it's really,
groceries and stuff.
why would there be a little shop right outside the door to her throne room? She wouldn't have put that there for Atsuma. So she must be just shopping.
Yeah, well, ladies be shopping.
Yeah,
Ice Queens be
ladies
shopping.
be shopping.
You know? She's got to get accessories for that ice leg. She's got to get a new blouse to really show off those ice tits. You know.
There is at one
She's
point
got to get an ice bra for her ice boobs.
She, I bet she needs a push-up ice bra because those things are so big. Like they're not, they're not that perky on their own.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're frozen that way now that I think about it. Guys, do you think that her ice tits are frozen like that?
Well,
or
do you think
an ice
that if
bra?
they lactate, would they give you ice cream?
Do you think that it would be like a blizzard, like a Dairy Queen blizzard? Do you guys want
yeah,
to talk about
it
Dairy
would, like-
Queen some more?
It's like a
like
soft
a-
serve.
I think we'd be like a
She
soft
lactates
serve.
when it gives you ice cream.
What if I want some Oreo chunks in there? How do I get those? Oh no! Oh no!
Feed her Oreos.
Yeah, she's got a nice plate of cookies for you, nice and warm, Matt. Cold, I guess they'd be cold. Yeah.
No,
We're talking
they're
about
cold.
poop, right? We're talking about her poop.
Oh no,
Very cold.
I thought cookies was like a vagina, like in the you know those terrible
What?
70s. Okay,
What do you think vaginas are? No, I can't.
no,
I won't.
no,
I
no.
won't
In those
do this.
70s sex joke books that my dad for some reason had a million of.
I know you graduated high school. You know how female anatomy works.
There was
This
there
is
were
misogyny.
there were two or like horny terms
Yeah.
for
Congratulations on your
vaginas
balloons. What's happening?
that were called. One was called. Oh, jeez. One was called Cookie.
Am I the only one seeing the
and
balloons?
the other was called Cunny, and both
What?
are gross.
Oh,
Which
I
one's
don't
worse?
Like
I
that
think-
word.
I think Cookie is
Cookies?
worse.
I have only ever heard of cookies
No, as
boobs.
vagina.
I've never heard of it as a
heard of it
vagina.
as either.
Yeah, I've never heard cookies used as a term for.
Why would
It's just
it be
cookie.
plural
It's just
if it
cookie.
was the vagina?
Oh, it's just cookie.
I don't.
Okay.
But that's a
Oh.
nasty. That goes in the big list of nasty '70s terms for vagina.
Yeah, I mean, Matt, you might consider bleeping that
Cookie?
word.
I should bleep Cookie?
No, the other one.
No,
Cunny?
Yeah,
They
ugh.
said it
When
in
we,
Unforgiven. It's fine.
Oh,
What are we thinking? Like a oatmeal raisin or
No!
chocolate chip crunch?
I like those celebration cookies that are just like they're sort of a graham cracker with chocolate on one side. They're a Canadian treat.
I think Fig Newton probably is going to be
That's
the
not even a
closest.
cookie. It's
What
not
is
a
it?
cookie. It's a fig.
No,
Yeah,
it's fruit
it's
and
cake. Exactly.
Are you sure you're not thinking of pie? Are you sure you're not thinking of pie instead of cookies?
No,
Or cookie.
just cookie. Just cookie. I'm 100%. That was a weird '70s term for vagina.
Everyone, message your grandparents and ask
Yeah.
them what they called
no,
the
it's
vagina
creepy
back in
uncle.
their day.
Only creepy uncles. will
Oh
have that.
yeah, your creepy uncle.
Yeah. All right. So
Thank God I'm not an uncle. You know what I mean?
you,
The minute my brother has a child, it's it for me. All right?
yeah, you will be
You
the
know,
creepy uncle.
Loving
I already
father
am.
doesn't
It's
matter.
fine. I'm a creepy uncle. Jim's a creepy uncle. We're both happy about it.
I have a
So
lot of nieces and nephews.
you get inside the ice palace, and it's got like this. You got to take some of those floaty platforms. You can get some extra 8,000 TBs. You're not going to spend
Yeah,
because
that
it's
you
the end of the
definitely
game.
need. Ooh, you can fight a couple more golems to add them to your collection.
Ooh. Of course I did that. I love fighting golems. They're fun.
Yeah. Johnny's
I did.
100%
I
in
got
this
100%.
game. That means collecting
I got
all the
100% in
golems.
this game.
There's no
Somehow.
way. You didn't see the Kareen cutscene. You didn't see the Yuki
It
cutscene.
says 100% completion in my save, so
It can say whatever it wants. We know you didn't get 100%.
well, maybe its measure of 100% is different than your measure of 100%, Matt.
I think you mean maybe its measure of
Yeah.
100% is incorrect.
Maybe getting-
Is that what you're trying
Wow.
to say?
I'm happy with it. I don't know why you're trying to rain on my parade like some kind of jerk cloud.
Yeah.
It's a
Maybe
real Fig
like
Newton of 100%. That's all I'm
doing
saying.
all the cutscenes is like 110%.
A fig Newton isn't a cookie. It's
That's the point.
cake.
Ugh. Actually,
Did y'all ever, like, when you were kids, get like 110%
No.
on a quiz and be like, I'm the
I
smartest
recently
little
had
girl
some
in the world?
strawberry Newtons, and they were fucking fantastic.
That does
Ew,
sound
that sounds gross.
How does that
I remember
sound?
those.
How does that sound
Like
gross?
artificial strawberry flavor? Bleh, 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 bleh.
What?
I don't like strawberry
Eh.
flavored things. I feel like anything that's not chocolate flavored is just like kidding itself.
As you approach the inner shrine of the ice,
It's weird
the
because
Ice
chocolate
Queen's
is
palace,
boring, basic,
Cut
bland,
to-
lame.
boring talk between Toya and the Ice Queen, where he's like, "Well, I'm gonna get my friend to kill me," and she's like, "Oh no, you're not. I'm going to control you again, so you're at least obedient and nice to me." And then she's like, "Oh, by the way, I hear a mousy here," and heroic straight guy, the mystery man, shows up and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna fight you. Let Toya go. I'm gonna fight you one-on-one." And she's like, "Why would I do that?" And he's like, "Well, because if you don't, you're a big coward baby." And she's like, "Are you trying to manipulate me into fighting you?" Yes, I am, you big coward baby.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Toya and the Ice Queen spent a lot of time together throughout the course of this game. A lot of
Yeah.
alone time together.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think his tongue ever
Yeah.
got stuck between her legs like a little kid sticking his tongue to a flagpole in the middle of winter?
Oh, sweetie.
He is her magic core, which means that he needs to go
downtown.
right inside.
And
to
how
the
do you
heart of
think
her.
they got him unstuck?
It's core.
He's got to eat those cookies.
If your tongue gets stuck like that, you can just sort of salivate out onto it, and
Really?
that will unstick your tongue. Just
Oh.
gotta get sloppy.
Yeah, you do.
You just got to think of delicious food like Chipotle burritos and Dairy Queen in Texas, and your tongue will salivate so much it frees itself.
Dairy Queen
Yeah,
in Texas.
just imagine a belt buster.
Oh, Bellbuster.
Yeah. Oh, gross.
Yeah.
I made some old
Bleep
man
that
sounds
out.
on accident.
So so she's like, well, I am going to kill you this time. Toya won't be there to stop me. He's like, I know, but I'm buying my friend some time. And she says, you foolish human. And they start to fight. This is not a fight you control, but that's okay. Or
Yeah, or C.
Yeah,
Or C.
It
It
happens
just, like, cuts
off
away.
screen. The cutscenes are very limited and cheap at this point. There's not a lot
Well,
of cutscenes.
again, it is the only cutscenes in the game are the ones that feature the Ice Queen. That is the only like cutscene model that they rendered, the Ice Queen, and that's it.
Yeah. Back to Atsuma. He's walking through this very long passage to get to the Ice Queen, but his arm starts really hurting. Is it now where his arm shows him? No, it's when you defeat the Ice Queen that his arm shows him the past, right?
Wait, spoilers! We defeat the Ice Queen. What?
Because you get
But
to
first,
the
we
Ice
have
Queen,
to fight Toya.
but Toya is in the way.
Uh-oh.
And Toya's like, well, what are you going to do? Kill me? Now, if you're thumbing through dialogue with the A button, you might choose, yeah, I'll do what it takes, or you choose never. If you say, yeah, I'll do what it takes, you fight Toya. Well, either way, you fight Toya. But what happens if you choose, yeah, I'm going to kill you, and then fight Toya? Vanessa or Matt? Or Jim?
I'll tell ya. You can say, yep, I'm ready to kill you. You fight Toya, and it's the same fight that you get if you say that you're not going to kill him. And then once you're done fighting him, you sort of have him cornered, and he's like, hey, this is it. It's time for you to kill me. And Atsuma hesitates a little bit, and Toya says, it's okay. I know that I have existed and lived in the world, and this is what I can do to save everyone. And I know that you were my friend, and that is enough for me to be able to go on and be satisfied with this outcome. And Atsuma's like, okie dokie. And Toya's like, give me that arm, buddy. And Atsuma pushes his arm right into Toya. Toya dusts like so many Avengers after Thanos' snap. And then it's a hard cut to credits.
Huh.
Game over.
Is that what we'd call a bad end?
They say it's a bad ending. The music is sort of like a little bit sad, and there's not any happy pictures of your friends over the credits or anything. I don't think it's
Sounds like
necessarily
a good ending to
bad
me because you don't have to
though,
keep playing
know?
this game.
Yeah, they did it.
But
they saved
if
the world.
you say that you'll never kill Toya, then he gets into an argument. He's like, you're being selfish. You have to kill me. And Etsu was like, no, I don't. We can defeat. It doesn't matter that there's a devil golem. We can defeat 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000 devil golems. And Toya's like, well, why would you do this?
I
But
just want to
then,
say, I just watched the bad ending on YouTube as you were talking, and his scream at the end of it before it cuts to credits is one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. If you guys haven't seen it, I would suggest watching it because it's fucking hilarious.
oh,
He screams Toya's name like in a dramatic way when he's on his knees. He screams Toya's name, and it's
Yeah.
So fucking funny.
I bet, considering this is one of the worst voice
Toya!
performances I've ever
He
heard
like
in my
screamed,
fucking
it's like,
life.
Toya!
Yeah.
Great.
So you get to the Ice Queen. The mystery man's body is lying next to her, and she's like, "I already defeated this little mouse," and but then the mouse like stands up, and the glasses have fallen off, and he's been hit in the head one more time, and suddenly back to lisping girly Makoto,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Hi there."
This is a
It's
great cutscene.
Makoto.
You didn't even save Toya. What are you even doing? And
No, you didn't kill Toya because he wanted you to kill Toya.
Is it here or after you defeat the Ice Queen that he explains why he dressed so
Here.
manly? Okay.
Here.
I think
So Etsu was like, "What? You were Makoto the whole time?"
Mm-hmm.
And Makoto's like, "Yeah." He's like, "But you're dressed so butch and manly. I thought a lady like you would never dress like that." And Makoto's like, "Yes, a lady like me would never do the things that a man had to do. So I had to be a man and adopt this other persona. So that's why I couldn't tell you who I was. But now I'm back to being a beautiful lady."
right.
They did
So,
not
lots of
reference any of
questions.
this "I'm a
First of
woman"
all-
stuff at the beginning of the game, right?
No. As far as we know, Makoto
Oh.
has always used he, him
I'm sorry.
pronouns.
I get it now. The second knock on the head didn't turn him gay. Now he's trans.
Oh, that's
That's how it works. So, yeah, he, and also they keep saying he dresses in drag, which he
does wear makeup.
not.
That's-
like he wasn't wearing women's
yeah. He
clothing
bears
in
his
the
midriff,
first part of the game.
but it doesn't look feminine. He's still wearing like that marching band uniform that they're all wearing.
Yeah, he had
And
trousers
frankly,
as far as I
didn't think the
remember.
mystery man outfit was very straight or manly.
No, it absolutely was not. So it's all very confusing. It's hard to tell what exactly they were trying to do. The streamer I was watching was also confused by it, but he decided to put up the pink and blue golem and, just to represent trans rights, just in case, to cover his
maybe
bases.
Makoto says trans
But,
rights, or maybe Makoto is a gay man again after being hit on the head. What I like about Makoto, and this is the kind of character that I think a younger gamer would come to and play this and be like, "This is terrible gay representation," and it is. I'm going to say it up front. This is bad gay representation, but I like it. And it just since it is the kind of is gay trans or is gay cross-dressing, because Atsuma calls him a cross-dresser, and the answer is that they kind of mix all these things together and don't really tell a difference. But the good part of this is you can assume that he's gay, you can assume that he's genderqueer, you can assume that they're non-binary, you can assume that she's a trans woman. Like, whatever way you want to interpret Makoto is the way that Makoto is, because it's so badly written that Makoto can be trans icon, can be genderqueer icon, or gay icon. Your choice. Dealer's choice, whatever you like, and that's wonderful.
I mean, it feels like the reality, and I could be wrong. Like maybe the director or writer of this game is a gay man. We don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
There's so much gay content that I would not be surprised.
It feels like, it feels like homosexuality through a lens of somebody that just doesn't understand it, and maybe just doesn't even have the access to try and understand it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like just throwing stuff at the wall. Like, they're like boys, they dress like women, they think they're women, they're trans, I don't know. They don't know. He doesn't know. Maybe he does know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm assuming. But boy.
Assuming.
Yeah. Boy, does it feel like the maker of this game is Atsuma and just doesn't understand and is just, but trying. So,
Yeah.
you almost want to give it a thumbs up. Even though it's bad.
Shadow Hearts It's the Shadow
Well,
Hearts is the
Atsuma's-
same way.
Yeah, Atsuma's not upset about it. Atsuma never seems to be bothered about Makoto being gay or trans or any of that. Like, and their conversation is so frank that it makes it seem like, oh, maybe this is, a gender queer character, because Atsuma's just like, oh, but a lady like you doesn't do this. It's not like, oh, but a lady doesn't do that.
Yeah,
Like, he just
he's
seems
being
very
like,
straightforward about it.
those two don't get along, but it's nothing to do with with Makoto's sexuality. It's to do with Makoto and him just not liking each other very much, which is fine. They
Yeah.
don't get along, and that's okay. But I like it. I think it's very mid-2000s Japanese gay representation. So, it comes with a lot of baggage. But mid-2000s gay representation in video games, Japanese or otherwise, is exactly like this. Like the gay roommate in Indigo Prophecy / Fahrenheit was Makoto, basically. And that was a French game. And the French people have been gay for hundreds of years.
There is a gay roommate in that game?
Or no, neighbor, sorry. The gay neighbor. Yeah, what's her face? Carla had a gay neighbor who would come in and be like,
Oh, yeah,
it's
the
me,
one
your
that
gay neighbor.
Yeah.
It's funny that we're talking about gay representation right now. I've been rewatching Seinfeld again, and I did get to the gay episode where it's every other line is where somebody overhears George and Jerry pretending like they're gay and then writes an article about it, and so they spend the whole episode trying to convince people that they're not gay, but then constantly being like, not that there's anything wrong with that. It's the
I love how
weirdest
long the
episode.
speech is. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Someone's life choices are people are born that way, and their life choices are their own decisions, and there's nothing like there's a long speech. Sometimes Jerry says that at one point.
I mean, there's like a 2-line thing where he's like, it doesn't matter who you love, that's it.
Yeah. Oh, is that it? Okay? It's been a long time. In the first season of Seinfeld, Jerry had a landlord.
The worst season.
Yeah, but it's interesting. Jerry had a landlord who was played by Francis from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, who had a boyfriend. Like they were a gay couple.
Oh no, that's not the
And-
first season. That's second or third season when he's got that's a little later. That's not first season. I didn't
think
realize
he
that was
chose-
Francis from. I knew I fucking recognized that guy. I didn't realize that was Francis from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah.
He's got
And
like
Zombie.
a Puerto Rican boyfriend that doesn't speak English.
And is that Puerto Rican boyfriend also the one who's like, maybe I'll teach you to wear the ribbon? I feel like it is.
No, that's way
That's
later,
not?
and that's completely different characters.
Okay. Because that character comes back and is also in the Puerto Rican Pride
Yes.
episode.
Well, the
Yeah.
Puerto Rican, isn't that the same one where he does like, I'll make you wear the ribbon?
No, that's the AIDS one where Kramer
The
doesn't
AIDS
want
walk
to wear
one.
the...
That's right.
Yeah.
I think the Puerto Rican Pride one is. You know what? This is not a conversation we need to have right now. This is
Yeah.
not relevant. This
Anyway.
is not a tangent we need to go down.
No. But, he's back, but then collapses because he's been, like, maybe mortally injured by the Ice Queen. And you have to fight the Ice Queen in her normal like look. Although it's treated as a big surprise that she turns into a second form after you defeat her normal
We've seen
look.
that second form.
But we've seen
The first
it.
form gave me a real tough time. She resummons up to 3 minions every turn. She has an ability called Skip Field that completely skips your fucking turn and allows her to resummon all of her buddies, and then for all of them to attack you, and then for her to do her super attack, which kills you. It's a nightmare.
I killed her in one turn.
Skip Field is the biggest bullshit I've ever experienced in my life.
For all these bosses, I kill them in one turn because I use Omega, except for the last one. I kill them in one turn because I use Omega and then just do an attack.
Boy, your save may say 100%, but it sounds like you barely fucking finished this game yourself, my friend.
Hey, look, I used all the tools available to me. It's fine. And so you defeat the Ice Queen, and she's like, oh, very good, but this isn't even my final form. And first she gets Toya to, like, walk inside her.
No, that's
Which is
before
fun.
even the first fight
Oh,
starts.
okay.
That's the first thing that happens.
She sucks him up.
Yeah, she does suck him up. But I love when she's about to turn into her Super Saiyan form. It zooms in on her breasts for like 10 seconds as she's starting to change. And
It's the source of her power.
it is the source. That's where her magic core is. Toya's her magic core. And she grows out big ice wings. She looks pretty rad. Like, it's a great model. I love
agree.
her like ice robot look. But we've seen it before. It's not a reveal.
She does take up like the whole field, right? Like the
Yeah.
whole battlefield.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So after you defeat this second form, she does say like, okay, Asuma, do your thing. Do it. Do your thing. And Asuma's like, what thing? What am I supposed to do here? And everyone's like, your arm! Use your arm! And he starts to do it. Sorry, not his arm. He has to put the magic ore in first after defeating the Ice Queen version of her, the Super Ice Queen. And he puts the magic ore in, and it does plop Toya out. Just
Yeah, he does have to like shove it through a force field.
it pops her out, and then he uses his arm to negate her, and she's like, yeah, she's telling him to do it. She's like, yeah, do it, buddy, do it. Use your arm on me. Wah.
Yeah, it's hilarious that he at no point gets the clue of like, even though they've been dropping hints the whole game, at no point does he clue into the fact that this is what she wants you to do. She wants you to absorb her into your arm.
And Toya is like, hey, don't do it. No. And he does it, and he absorbs the Ice Queen into his arm. And then his arm starts talking to him and is like, let me show you. And Toya is back in the past, and he's seeing all this the best real-time animated cutscene. Like, this was rendered by the Xbox. This is the one good cutscene rendered by the Xbox. It's a pretty awesome, like, you see dozens of golems fighting each other. It's really amazing that the Xbox could do this, although I am playing on the Series X. I bet on the 360 it was pretty choppy, but this looked fantastic. This is the best cutscene in the game. The fight between all the different golems, and he's like, yeah, so the humans have programmed me to rebuild the world as it was before the Golem War, and that means destroying it to rebuild.
Do you think that he was going to bring all those people back to life? That's what I was questioning the whole time. Like, does he have the
Maybe.
power to restore not just the world, but all the people that are dead?
I was wondering, because remember in Final Fantasy IX, that was kind of the thing that they were planning, was all the people from that world that got destroyed. And this is what, what's his, Gerald or whatever the guy is.
Steiner?
You know, no, the he's not the big bad, but he's the one like piloting Pandemonium, and Pandemonium's like a spaceship that's full of like colonists from the world. Garland, yeah, Garland is controlling the spaceship that is basically going to repopulate the world from Final Fantasy IX with all these people.
Those
and that's
other people from the other dimension.
Yeah. And that Zidane is just a robot meant to like prepare the world for these people. That's why he has a tail. Spoilers for Final Fantasy IX.
I'm not just a robot. I'm alive. I'm a real boy.
And so is Koya? Koga?
Kuja?
Kuja. Yeah, Kuja is too. And Kuja goes insane realizing that he's just a tool. Yeah.
But it turns out that it was really Necron who you have to fight at the end.
Oh, I forgot about that. That
Well,
was so
and
dumb.
I was going to say, is the Infinity twist here a Necron twist? Because a lot of these games...
No,
No?
it's not, because it sets it up for the whole fucking game.
Yeah, you're
Necron
right.
Yeah.
came out of nowhere. And that's why
Yeah.
Necron is so stupid. I hate this game a million times worse than fucking Final Fantasy IX. Final Fantasy IX, not even comparable how much better it is than this piece of shit. But the Necron twist at the end of Final Fantasy IX comes out of nowhere. They have been setting up Infinity for the entire game. The whole
Yeah,
game.
he's been
And
talking
not
to
even
you
lightly.
since Yokohama.
We know, like, this isn't the first time we've even heard the name Infinity. We know that there's another golem named Infinity that is absorbing the golems when we kill them. Like, we know everything that's going on. It's kind of the opposite, where, like, you know too much. There's no twist. You know what's going to happen.
It's kind of like when you fight Yu Yevon at the end of Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, but at least, like,
But you knew Yu Yevon was a thing, but not like
yeah,
a little
knew
bug.
that
But
Yu
Yu Yevon
Yevon
in
was
Final
like,
Fantasy X is like God, and it's like a good.
Yeah.
You think is like a good thing, but it's not. And so that's the twist there. Whereas this is just set up from hour 5 of this game. The minute he gets the bad arm, and then he goes and he talks. The first time he talks to Infinity, if you don't realize, oh, I'm gonna have to fight this by the end of the game,
Right.
You're sorry, but
you're the sage even talks about Infinity.
Not smart.
When she's talking about getting the DNA, and Infinity does have a DNA, like kind of a DNA spiral.
Yeah, that's
into
true.
his design.
I do kind of like the way I like the way Infinity looks in the cutscene, like those cutscenes and stuff. But it's very clear that Infinity wants you to absorb these, that the Ice Queen wants to be absorbed by Infinity, that Infinity is the big bad of the game. Like, none of this is a shock. It's all set up. So I wouldn't compare it to Necron or
I was just
any of that.
just curious if you considered this a left field twist. Okay, good. Well, I'm just happy that you responded.
Well, I'm just happy to be here with you, recording this podcast.
Oh, that's nice. And you, all of you, Jim, Vanessa, listeners even.
Me too.
Yeah. So, he is like fighting his arm, and then like the arm starts taking control of him, and he starts turning into that weird blobby or spiky beast monster that we saw in those weird cutscenes where he was walking around the desert, going like breathing monstrously.
That was when he was used. That was the weapons test. That oh, what was his name? What was the professor's name? Professor Ko took to London City to try and sell, I guess. But anyway, I was a little bummed out that like we didn't get Atsuma like utilizing this, because I kind of like the design of like hulked out Atsuma, and I kind of wanted him to, not like permanently transform into a monster, but to kind of, like Hulk out and like be able to use his fucking crazy arm, and you don't get that. Instead,
you do get to use it once, and that's in the first fight with the Ice Queen at the end of the first chunker.
Instead, we get.
I really like this. Is where the ending was like, okay, I really like this ending because what happens, Matt? Sorry.
Atsuma loses himself to the arm, and it flips things around, and suddenly we are fighting against hulked out Atsuma as Toya and Makoto. Whoa. I liked this too, and I slight disagree. I think the end of this game is fucking terrible, but this one thing, I liked it. This is fun. This is a good idea. This is neat. You get Toya and Makoto back, and it's weird, but all the Mystery Man stuff was so stupid, but it really endeared Makoto to me. I really fucking like Makoto. I don't like Toya. I wish that he would have died, but
I like that.
Makoto sort of.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Makoto lived his truth, and he was like all the time, I'm just all about Toya. Toya's my thing. I love Toya, and he set off on his whole little game mission to do what he thought was right for Toya, which is pretty impressive.
Do you think that this is a commentary on the like save the princess trope, where Toya's the princess and Makoto's the hero, and so at the end of the game, in the final cutscene, what happens? He, demands his right to kiss the princess that he saved, right?
Maybe he calls himself Mystery Man because with Toya gone, he doesn't know who he is anymore.
Oh my god!
He doesn't know who Makoto is, so he only knows himself as Mystery Man.
Because he's a mystery to himself.
Exactly.
But also, he loves Toya enough to respect Toya's wishes and, try to follow through with this Toya illumination plan.
Well,
But
Unlike Atsuma, who's
That's
just
not-
like, no, I know what's best.
He doesn't respect his wishes later when he
No.
forces himself.
Well,
into
Yeah,
also-
that's true.
he respects his wishes here, but you have to point out that Atsuma wins the day and is, I guess, ultimately proven right, but not through any sort of thing that he does or thing he figured out. He just bullies his way through basically and lucks out that he didn't
Yeah, well,
destroy
they
the
even,
fucking world.
After this moment, or after defeating Infinity, he says, it's because I was a moron and didn't realize this was the wrong thing to do, that it was the right thing to do. And I do like the idea that if Atsuma had killed Toya couldn't have saved him. And the theme of it's not just you. You shouldn't take all the, you can't just be a hero alone. You have to rely on your friends. And I thought that was really heartwarming that the friends that he spent the whole game trying to save him. I really like that. I don't know. I just thought that was a really nice moment.
I agree with you, but at the same time, it is one of, if not the biggest fucking shonen anime.
I haven't watched shonen anime, man. How many times do I have to tell you this? It is one of the
biggest, that the power of friendship is really the most important thing. It's always the power of friendship that saves the fucking day. You know what I mean?
I thought it was heartwarming. Nah.
It is. It's a heartwarming message. It is a heartwarming message, but it also is done to death.
Unfortunately, Toya now is trying to talk.
Also, watch a shonen fucking anime, my friend. I get
They're
it.
all
Maybe you don't wanna
1,000
watch Dragon Ball.
episodes.
Well, no, they're not all 1,000 episodes, Johnny. Go watch fucking Trigun. Go watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. There's plenty of these shows that are 100 episodes and are really good.
Go watch
Johnny,
Orin
there
High
are
School
100
Host
episodes
Club.
of 15-minute episodes. You get through them pretty quick.
Yeah, go watch Yuri on Ice. You'll learn all about
Yeah,
it.
no, wait, no,
Okay.
that's Yahweh. That's not Shonen.
So, they defeat the parasite that was controlling Atsuma. That's the only way to do it. But then Atsuma's still dazed and is about to kill Toya, who's trying to talk him out of being in berserker mode, and Makoto sacrifices himself, jumping in front of Makoto's fist, and gets killed. And Atsuma snaps out of it and is like, "Oh no, Makoto, I'm so sorry. We just reunited, and I just realized it was you, and now you're dead." And Makoto's like, "I'm not dead."
Yeah,
What are you
that was
talking
funny.
about?
That was funny. Jim. Makoto wasn't really dead. I know you were worried.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was just
Good.
lying there on the floor. They didn't check his pulse or anything.
not at
So
all.
it's just
But
He
then
is, if I recall correctly, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but the way, in my mind, I just watched it today, Makoto is laying face down on the floor, but ass up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Like a cartoon character, which he is, but like a Bugs Bunny.
So then then the Infinity Golem keeps regenerating, and you have to fight the Infinity Golem not once, not twice, but 5 times. Although the last
God.
3 times are one big boss battle thing. So
It's too many times.
Well,
It's
so
5
Makoto and
transformations.
Toya are kind of fucked up, and Atsuma's like, I guess I got to do it myself. But then, to the shock of, I want to say no one, I'm looking at you, Johnny, because I don't know. But to the shock of probably no one, all of your friends that have been with you the whole game that haven't participated in this fight come in and are like, we're going to fight alongside you, you fucking idiot.
Oh, I forgot to mention, once you
Yeah.
defeat the Ice Queen, the load-bearing ice does disintegrate and you do fall, and that's why your friends are separated from you.
That's right.
yeah.
That's why
So
it's just Toya
Rygar, Kirine, and Yuki show up, and now we're back to the main crew to fight Infinity.
Fortunately, I still have Omega here doing his 999 damage. It's great. I could have done this without Omega, just straight, because I'm over leveled, but it was fine. It was easy. So you keep defeating.
But you're only over leveled because you went and got Omega.
It's true. You keep defeating the infinity thing, but I guess the last time just stuck. And the thing was that he's like, I'm doing what the humans want me to do. I'm doing what I was programmed to do. Why are you trying to stop me? And you're like, well, because the humans of this era deserve a chance to live too. And that's what they're going to do. And I guess Infinity just gives up.
It feels like they could have just like tried to, like a smarter game would be like, oh, we'll figure out how to like reprogram you because you're operating off of outdated, obsolete programming, and we want you to be happy and healthy and live a good life, Infinity. Mm-hmm. But like you can't be a murder bot, so let's do so. But no,
I thought that's what would happen.
Yeah, me too.
Because he keeps saying like, "Oh, my programming's absolute, and only my creator can, change my programming, and I have my command." And so I really assumed that Atsuma would be like, "Well, you came out of my arm, so I'm your creator." So but that would
like
require
a real
Atsuma
Star Trek
having any kind of brain.
ending.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but I don't know. You just defeat it. I thought, okay, is this going to be the end of all golems now that it's fading out, now that we've defeated the Infinity Golem and everything's done? But first you do get a little speech with everyone being like, it was because he was such a moron that he saved the day. And Makoto's like, he might be a moron, but he's our moron. And Kareen's like, he's a precious moron. And Yuki's like, he's a wonderful moron. And Rygar's like, he's an incredible moron. And
Atsuma eventually does go, please stop calling me a moron.
But he does say, I've never been so happy to be a moron, called a moron in my life. And it fades to black. Mm-hmm. I assume now all the golems are dead. No more golems. But who's the first golem you see I guess like a year later?
Only the best, brightest, roundest, specialist, tastiest, steamiest boy, Pizza Golem.
Pizza Golem?
I heard
that's
you
right.
like eating my face.
Beep, 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 beep. Pizza Golem, eat my face. And
I was so happy to see Pizza Golem back. It reminded me that this is a good game after all.
Exactly. And so you're around that same festival square that was in Yokohama that wasn't totally destroyed last time, but they're rebuilding it now. And you got Atsuma's late to meet his friends, except that he forgot to invite his friends. But fortunately, they're at the festival anyway, so it's fine. So you just got to go track down all your friends.
Yeah, but he keeps saying, I have to, I forgot to tell you that we're meeting by the fountain. But he tells every single friend that. So he forgot to tell all of them that they were meeting by the fountain. At which point, you don't have a plan to meet by the fountain. Like, if it's only in your head,
honestly,
that's not a plan to meet your friends.
I've done this before.
I have a plan.
Oh, no.
It's not plans, but it is a plan.
I've made plans and thought, like, okay, we're all meeting here, then forgot to tell anyone. Yeah, so I can identify with Atsuma sometimes. So, Vanessa, I've talked a lot. Why don't you, Vanessa and Matt, tell me about this little epilogue?
Well, Kareen...
I'd be happy.
Kareen is trying a slice of Pizza Golem's face. And she finds the pizza delicious because it has the hottest pepper on the planet. That's right, habanero. This game is from 2006. And she has once again decided to really step up her cooking game because she wants to be a good cook for her husband and her children that she's definitely going to have in the future. Right, Atsuma? Wink.
Yeah, she keeps talking about being a good mother, and she said, so I'm going to learn all the Yokohama specialties. And Atsuma's like, yeah, but Kyoto and Junk City have good specialties. Why don't you learn those? And she says, well, maybe my future husband will be from Yokohama. And he says, who do you know in Yokohama?
This is so desperate, and she's so baby crazy. I don't know what's worse here. Is Kareen worse, Or is the whole misogyny of the situation worse? Oh, no, never mind. I know which one it is. It's Corinne. She
It's
sucks.
nothing to do with no. It's nothing to do with misogyny. She is the hereditary ruler of London town, and it's her duty now to create an heir.
Mm-hmm.
And what better choice for a prince consort than an idiot who will just do whatever you tell them
With a
to?
robot arm that wants to destroy the world.
They took the robot out or off.
His
or
arm is
something.
still
his
there,
arm's normal
so-
now.
Yeah. Wait, what? It looks the same.
He has a normal arm.
No, it doesn't have the stripes anymore.
Yeah, it looks normal. Yeah, normie.
So wait, wait, what? They just gave him a new arm?
Toya
Whose
and
arm?
Makoto beat the golem out of his arm. They were very
It was
clear
a
that they were
robot
attacking the
arm.
parasite.
You can't just take your prosthetic
They beat-
arm and replace it with a real arm.
It was DNA.
It wasn't a robot arm, it was a cyborg arm.
Remember, it was
That's the
she took.
same thing.
It was golem DNA.
It's not.
Because that's what the sage used because
They
it had
took the
regeneration powers.
DNA out of his arm. That's what you're telling me.
They
Yeah.
beat the DNA out. Yes,
and Matt,
that is what
that's
I'm telling
why
you.
the first form of Infinity looked like a big strand of DNA. Remember?
Not really.
Oh,
I
well,
was
he does.
working at the time.
They do
Anyway.
account for this. Vanessa, did you talk to the sage or see the sage?
I did, and wait, maybe I didn't.
Yeah,
She's
it's
the-
No, I
the first
talked
thing
to,
that happens. Yeah, I don't even think that you have like a choice in the matter. It's
Yeah,
the
you can
first
talk-
thing
I
that
think you can.
happens is that
You
you
can talk
run
to
into
her.
the sage and there's a woman, a worker, like a festival
The
worker.
juice girl.
that's
It's
like-
hot juice girl.
Okay. Nobody in this game is hot. All right, calm down. She's like, what is the sage wants her clothes? And she's like, well, I can get you a job. Because she just wants her uniform.
Yeah, it's very stylish.
No?
I guess Matt's whole thing about how she was dirty was right all along. She needs a new pair of clothes.
Yeah, exactly. She's at the festival. She needs a new set of clothes that doesn't smell like 100 years of body odor.
I also saw, is it Sequoia's father lurking around?
Sequoia?
Talk to him a little bit. Is that her
Not
name?
at all.
Oh, what's her
I
name?
don't know.
Sayaka?
It's not Sequoia. It's Sayaka.
Sayaka?
Sequoia. Is she a stripper, Vanessa?
Maybe.
In
I
a
don't know.
Northwestern
I don't know what
United
she does in her
States strip
spare
club?
time.
Now up to the stage.
Give it up for the tree that everybody wants to climb.
Sequoia!
Sequoia!
Yes, Sayaka is a little because they're now married, and Atsuma's like, hey, so are you guys gonna like have a baby next? And Sayaka's like, heart. You know what that
Yeah,
means?
she's pregnant. She's already
She's
pregnant. How long do you think it's been? Must have been some time.
year?
They rebuilt this city.
Yeah.
I'm guessing a year.
The weird part is that it seems like, now his name has totally left me too. Asaka? The main character in this game. Asaka.
I can't wait for the squarely against when you
Atsuma.
are roundly for this game. The game that you can't remember the main character of.
Yes. He seems surprised that they're married and was not at the wedding as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Which, like, if he's Rygar's little brother, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
That is weird. I did not assume they were married because she was pregnant. Is that wrong of me? Is that bad?
Well, he says they were
Oh, did he?
married,
I
though.
missed that.
And it is wrong of you. As far as I'm concerned, if any woman gets pregnant by any man, she is his wife. I'm going to pass laws to reflect that.
Oh, so the moonlight weapons are a reference to Kingsfield. The
To a king seal?
Kingsfield was a series of PS1 and PS2 first-person dungeon crawlers. by From Software.
Mm.
And the executor,
I've never heard of him.
which I did get, a golem that you have to fight, is from Metal Wolf, which is another From Software game. And if you defeat him, he does yell Richard, which I didn't get because I've never played. I mean, I didn't understand because I never played Metal Wolf. That's the game
Why does he yell Richard?
because you're like the game Metal Wolf is like a mech combat game, but you're the president of the United States and the mech comes out of the White House. It's very silly. And Richard, I think, is like the good guy or the bad guy, and he yells that in the game. I don't remember why.
That's fun. I'm sad I didn't get to hear it yell Richard.
Yeah.
Richard!
All right, so so also Toya is there. He's now like maybe gonna be mayor of Yokohama, the youngest mayor ever, because he's so good.
It's not really clear if he's running for mayor or if they're just going to make him mayor.
Democracy doesn't seem to be a going concern in this world, Vanessa.
No, he sort of says at one point that he's just going to be mayor because there's no one else to do it. So.
Yeah.
We get a great cutscene with Yuki where she's teaching a new generation of children how to be golem hunters. And she's like, what's the first rule of golem hunting?
Money.
What's the second rule of golem hunting?
Money.
And what's the third rule of golem hunting?
Even
No,
more
it's love.
money.
It's love now.
No, that's the fourth rule.
It's love
Fourth
now.
rule.
We're not doing it, but I say it's love now. And it's love because she's in love with her brother twin Atsuma, and they've made a pledge of love to each other, which Atsuma is surprised to hear.
She does.
But he's an idiot, so I wouldn't put it past him.
She does seem to say that. Yeah, she says that she made a pledge of undying love to her partner, her like hunting partner, and then starts speculating about whether or not they're going to live in a mansion or somewhere else.
This is so fucking disturbing.
I guess he's her legal guardian now. Maybe that's what's going on.
That seems even worse. He's not equipped to be a legal guardian of a child.
There are a lot of different kinds of love, and I'm sure she's not referring to romantic love.
I'm sure she is.
I'm kind of with Matt.
You baby wouldn't do that.
I'm kind of with Matt that she is sort of, she doesn't understand things. She's a little kid. She's figuring stuff out. You know, it's not real love. They aren't going to get married. She just has a kid crush on Atsuma.
No, I don't think Atsuma will ever marry anyone because he is, as far as I can tell, a romantic.
Yeah, too dumb to understand. So finally, he's like, well, Makoto, I wish Makoto had shown up, but I can't find Makoto. And both Toya and him say, well, you know, he's gonna show up. And he does. And Matt was particularly delighted by this scene, right?
Yeah, it's great. We finally get everybody together at the fountain. And Makoto is like, well, time for my kiss. Our promised day, our promised kiss. And he grabs Toya by the fucking face and he leans in. Toya pulls
Atsuma
back.
helps.
He's like, ew.
Yeah, but
Gross.
Atsuma helps.
And then Atsuma.
Yeah, Atsuma grabs Toya's arms and
He puts him in like a
Holds him
full
from behind.
Nelson.
Yeah. It's just so they can finally kiss, and there's a zoom in, and everyone's horrified by this man-on-man kissing. But Makoto finally gets his kiss for
Doesn't
saving
show
the princess.
kiss, which is bullshit. But yes, Makoto finally gets his kiss. I kind of, again, this game, representation-wise, what is happening? But at the same time, like, I don't know.
How
The
many
main
other
character-
RPGs?
The
end
main
with this?
character of the game is like, yeah, and grabs the man and is like, you're going to fucking kiss this boy. Like, it's wild. It's wild.
Maybe he
now,
knows.
naturally, I interpreted this as Toya didn't want to engage in public shows of affection, but of course he's kissed Makoto 100 times. They are a committed
Vanessa,
couple.
he says ew.
Yeah, I
Yuck.
feel like that would
Yeah,
ruin
because he
any
hates
relationship.
PDA.
Yeah, that's the end of your fucking relationship right
Yeah.
there.
But also,
Maybe Makoto had pizza golem breath.
I know that we're going to have listeners comment. This is assault. Don't do this to your friends. Even if you really want to kiss someone, don't get someone else to hold their arms back so you can plant this big sloppy wet one.
Yeah,
on
I was
their
going to
mouth.
say, if Toya was a woman, this scene would read a lot fucking different.
It's bad representation, but I still kind of enjoy it. But obviously, removed from reality as a silly scene in a video game. There are real world implications for these actions. We aren't talking about those. We're just talking about this silly scene as a silly scene. That's how I'm dealing with it. That's how my brain works. I will not get.
And celebrating Atsuma as the #1 ally representation in video
Yep.
games.
And,
Exactly.
you know, he accepts Makoto for who he is. Mm-hmm. He tells him he's a beautiful lady when he wants to be told. He does.
Yeah.
You know, if
A beautiful sex
in
pest lady.
every other instance, Atsuma wasn't the dumbest piece of shit I've ever experienced, had to experience in a fucking narrative, and I'm not even just saying a video game, any sort of narrative, then this would be great. But unfortunately, Atsuma fucking sucks. The end, by the way. That's the end of the game. We
Yeah,
wrap it up with
that's
some
the last thing that
sexual
happens in the game.
assaults.
Oh, also, there's something I didn't notice in the game. Toya only has glasses when he's pushing them up. Otherwise, he does not have glasses. That's fantastic.
That is fantastic.
But that's the end of the game. We finished Enchanted Arms.
Well,
What a great
we
job, everyone.
Being a very relative term.
Yeah, you don't even think I finished it because I used Omega.
No, you cheated. Mm-hmm. You know how I feel about cheats.
It's the first game none of us have finished. Sad.
It's the worst game we've ever played on the show.
And then-
I would rather have played the Bard's Tale again.
We get a little flash screen, though, of like all of our friends at the end of the credits, and it includes all our favorite characters like Atsuma,
Bang Maid.
Yuki, Bang Maid. Yep, Bang Maid is just standing in there. And no Pizza Golem, which is bullshit. They had to know that Pizza Golem was the icon of this game.
I do think that him coming back for the end shows that the developers loved Pizza Golem as much as we do. And that's great. I think, yeah, so, Nat, are you roundly for or squarely against Enchanted Arms?
Oh, you don't want to have a Gollum corner?
Oh, well, I guess we can. Omega. I think we've talked about Omega a lot. Although all those cute shrine beasts were pretty fun. And there was the one from Metal Wolf Chaos that I didn't get. I did. Executor. I didn't use.
All right. Before we get into the squarely against, we should talk about next time on the show. Next week, we'll be starting Beyond Good and Evil. Whoa. And Vanessa will be writing the notes and telling us where we're playing to.
Yes, we are going to play until we return to Iris headquarters after the factory. So don't just play to the first time you go to Iris headquarters. You got to go to the headquarters, go to the factory, and go back.
Is the factory a long ways away from the headquarters? I just left the headquarters and I don't know where to go next.
It is sort of through a tunnel.
Is it outside of the
and
city?
then, yeah.
Okay. So I gotta leave the city and then it'll show up on my compass.
You gotta leave the city. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And as we have discussed, Johnny is taking the season off. So it'll just be Jim,
Oh, we'll miss you,
Matt,
Johnny.
and Vanessa.
I look forward to being a listener for a month. That's going to be fun.
You won't listen to a single fucking
Yeah, I will.
episode.
You know I will.
I don't
Johnny
think you
has
will.
to QA all the episodes.
Yeah, I'm still posting the episodes. It's fine.
Actually,
I'll
here's a
listen to
good
all of
question. Are you going to be editing any
is a good
episodes, or do we need to...
Well, I
We
mean, I've
we
covered
can-
for Jim.
We
You cover
can
me.
handle it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we
cover
can
for
handle
you,
it.
I guess. Vanessa did volunteer to edit the Superman episode, so that's exciting. Thank you. Thank you,
I did
Vanessa.
not. And that is a lie. It's a vicious, horrible lie.
But you'll do it.
And Superman would be ashamed of you. Damn it. I might do it.
Bullier, Jim. Jim, bullier.
Jim won't. He's afraid of me, and he
I
should
am.
be. He knows the kind of things I'm capable of.
So, now that...
I'll message Amanda. I don't even care. I'll do it right now.
Don't.
Yeah.
I'll message Amanda. Be like, hey, girl. How you doing?
What's up? You
Hey,
up?
what's up?
Wait, no, I didn't mean it like that. Hey, girl. Would you like a shorter, fatter version of your boyfriend that makes less money? All right, so let's talk about what we are squarely against. And I'll go first because I got a lot of things to say to you people. Here's my number one thing. Listeners, I'm only talking to listeners. In fact, I want to close the Zoom call so that they can't even hear me. That's how strongly I feel about this. Listeners, I want to talk to you. You are about to listen to these fucking dummies talk about how much they liked this game. And I want to be the first person to tell you that they're liars. They didn't play the game. They barely watched the game. And the one person that did play the game complained about it the whole fucking time. Okay? They hated this game. But they're going to lie to you and tell you that they're roundly for this game because they're sick. They're sick. They can't say no. They can't be critical of things. And I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. I love them. I love their stupid goddamn dumb brains. But make no mistake, this is the worst game we've ever fucking played on this show. 3 out of 4 hosts didn't finish it. 2 out of 4 hosts didn't play more than 10 minutes past the first episode. It's insane how bad this game is. Let me lay it out for you. Boring plot. Terrible characters. Absolutely goddamn mind-numbing. Boring gameplay. Cheaply made game with itty-bitty boring fucking exploration areas. No shops. No towns to speak of. There's 2. There's nothing in them. It's garbage. I was not kidding when I said I would rather play Bard's Tale 10 times again than play this game once. One of the worst fucking pieces of shit I've ever had to experience in my life. All the main characters, Atsuma, Rygar, Kareen, Yuki, Toya, just garbage. Just boring, lame, stupid garbage. The combat, fun for about 10 minutes, and then garbage. The entire Pokemon-a-thon collecting of golems. Stupid, boring garbage that makes absolutely no difference in the game at all, unless you get the last fucking golem that you can get in the game in the one secret dungeon that's an automatic goddamn win key. Other than that one golem, none of them matter. You don't need a single one. They're trash. Every villain, stupid, boring garbage. Every dungeon, lame, boring snooze fest. Everything that happens in this game is trash. If I had to review it online with a written review, it would be 3 words. Go fuck yourself. That's it. Terrible. Worst game I've ever played in my life. John, I really want to apologize to you that this did not work out. I appreciate the fact that you looked it up. You didn't know a ton about it. We all up front said, hey, that sounds interesting. So I want to say the blame is not on you. These things happen. But worst game we've ever played. I would rather end this show tonight than ever play a game like this again. That's the real truth. Next week we're playing Beyond Good and Evil. Can't fucking wait. Show's going to last 1,000 years. Jim, what are you squarely against?
Vanessa, I want to hear what Vanessa has to say.
I think this game has a lot to recommend it. I think that it had some really unique, colorful characters. I love a game that's set in a school environment, so it was really fun that it opened up like that. I loved Pizza Golem. I made that really clear from the beginning. I think that he is a quirky, cute character, the kind of mascot character that everybody wants to see in games. And if you thought it was going to stop at Pizza Golem, it does not. I mean, this game is chock full of the most adorable little friends for you to play with and have adventures with. I liked a lot of the tertiary characters. I liked the mountain sage. I liked the woman who used the Bene Gesserit type voice. I thought that Kareen was a good leader character, and I really loved Yuki. I think that she was my favorite. I like her feisty attitude. I like her commitment to money. I really related to her a lot. And let's see, what else? Oh, obviously Makoto and Toya's love story I was really invested in. And I thought that the Ice Queen was an iconic villain. So I guess I will have to say overall, although I could not, would not, and did not play this game, I am roundly for putting art out into the world and taking risks. And, you know, sometimes they don't quite pay off in the way that you hoped they would. Maybe this isn't a good game to play, but it's a great game to watch on YouTube. 5 stars.
I will say too, I'm roundly for this game.
Listen to.
I'm roundly for this game for 2 reasons. One, not playing it freed up a lot of time for me to stream, and I streamed some really fun games. And 2, I like seeing Matt get so upset.
It was really difficult for me to give my review with Matt visibly on his bed, kicking his legs and fists like a toddler baby. But I assume that that's just because he loves enthusiasm and thoughtful critiques.
At one point, he was ass up like Makoto was. It was very strange.
Yeah, he was doing his Makoto impression. Johnny, are you roundly for or squarely against this game?
So, I think I approached this game as one that was a cult classic. I knew a lot of people that really loved this game. And I wouldn't say because I knew the reviews were pretty mixed, like, you know, a lot of 5, 6s, and 7s for this. And that it was just kind of it had been called a generic JRPG. And it does feel like it's trying to be Final Fantasy X, but without the money to make Final Fantasy X. And so it feels so cheap. Like just but if you start reframing it mentally, like, because I was talking with my friend Teddy about this, Teddy's like, well, it looks like a visual novel. And I think that if they'd rolled with it and reduced the dungeons and made the golems make sense as a playable thing that you're collecting and to have a point of collecting them. There is 0 point in the gameplay, except for that last one, of having golems in your party once you have 4 members. There's no reason there should at least be 1 slot for golems. That they don't bother with that. And
you know, somebody, and I don't remember if it was you or me or who, but somebody had a great suggestion, which is that the golem should attach to the characters. And then it would make sense. And you could do different things with each one. You could treat it like classes or jobs or whatever, but instead they're just characters you're not going to use.
It feels very half-baked as a game. But I think for the most part, with a couple of like gameplay-wise, it can get very boring in the middle. I like the start. I think the first chunker was great. This last chunker was a lot of fun. Even that optional dungeon, I felt like had more interesting gameplay than 90% of the game.
What gameplay did you think was interesting?
Well, I liked the combat, and I liked exploring, and I liked, you know, getting these tougher, like doing these tough fights and leveling up stuff. I liked the combat way more than you did, and that's fine. That's just, you know, you and I have, like, I didn't like the Grandia 2 combat that much, and you really did. So
yeah. At first I did like the combat early on. Like, I thought there was a neat idea there, but then I just felt like it never did anything else. You know what I mean? Whereas Grandia changed a lot as the game went on, as you got combo powers.
I'm reclaiming
and
my
summons time. And okay. Well, I'm just trying to have a conversation with you, you know?
Yeah, but this is my point. This is me. You can conversate after. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I do want to talk to you about that. Oh no, now he's going to his bed to cry.
Oh.
So overall, I'm triangularly neutral. I think it had a delightful ending. I really liked the power of friendship stuff. I loved the twist of getting to use Toya and Makoto to save Atsuma. That was great.
Johnny, did you know that the power of friendship stuff is a common trope in Shonen?
Guys,
anime?
it's a common trope in JRPGs. The power of friendship saved the day in Grandia 2. It saved it in every Final Fantasy game is saved by the power of friendship. It's not just Shonen fucking animes.
I don't know. I found it heartwarming and fun. So there's about 5 hours of this 45-hour game I really liked. So that can't be enough to recommend it. I cannot recommend this game. I think it's got some great ideas. I think if you are, like me, a student of queer history and gaming, an important one to play or watch YouTube videos of, but I think you might as well play it. I don't understand why my friends like this game so much. I don't think it's very good. Again, there's 5 hours of really good game here to me. But the rest is kind of... I did like Giggling Man. Don't forget about Giggling Man. He won our hearts. That was a great part.
Yeah, he was great.
This would have made a much better visual novel, or maybe even Persona 3 portable style game, where it took out the walking around and kind of just this game needs so much editing to be a good game. I'm glad that From Software figured their shit out later and started with Demon Souls making really classic, incredible games that are perfectly designed. This is not one of them. This is not a perfectly designed game. This is a bad game, but it's a bad game with 5 hours I like. So I'm squarely against it, and I'm really sorry because I really like parts of it a lot. I think Makoto is great, and there's some fun story stuff, and there's a lot of charm and heart to it, but also it had zero budget and felt sloppy and empty, and the whole golem system made no sense. What about you, Jim?
I already went.
You were the last
we're
one
done.
to go.
Oh, okay.
The only person that actually finished this game was triangularly meh about it. So I think that's probably, and including myself, probably the only opinion that was worth listening to.
I find it. Why did my friends like this game so much?
I
guess I get the gay stuff.
Pizza
Pizza
Golem.
Golem. And don't forget about Weird Glass Clown.
We like
that
Pizza
was
Golem.
weird.
and Giggling Man.
No, I'm not endorsing Giggling Man. There's one good joke there in 5 hours. In 5 hours of content. There's one solid joke where he's just no, I'm not going to learn your name. I refuse. All right, well.
And that's it. We'll never have to discuss or play this game ever again except on my YouTube channel.
I'm really happy. So, now that we are done with Enchanted Arms, it's time to talk about how we leveled up this week. That's right. And I'm choosing Jim to go first because he has written down Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, and I want to hear more.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I've been watching the second season of the Netflix documentary series about the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
America's
need to
Sweethearts.
watch that.
It's such an entertaining show.
I did watch it.
I haven't finished the whole thing yet. I think the last episode I saw was episode 7, but it was a very dramatic one where the cheerleader got suspended for bringing a guy back to her room when they took the team trip to the Bahamas.
Oh, yeah.
You're not allowed to be a human.
Well,
Unsafe for the other girls, Matt.
yeah, that was the idea.
Yeah. But yeah, fun, good show. It's a very, the production value is really good. The episodes look great. The characters are really interesting, and it's there's a lot more to it than just like they're very honest about like how shitty the pay is and how they wish that would change, which I think they actually did just renegotiate their pay.
Yeah, they did.
But yeah, good show. I'm liking it quite a bit. I also played a game on stream that I feel like is worth mentioning called Rat Shaker.
Yeah.
No.
And it's about shaking.
I tried to forget that, and now it's in my head again.
It's about shaking a rat, and you can shake the rat, and the rat moans and sometimes laughs, and then you can squeeze the rat, and the rat will choke, and if you squeeze it for too long, it dies, and then you lose. But you can only interact with the environment around you by either shaking or squeezing, or shaking and squeezing at the same time the rat.
Now, what is the control to do that? That's what I've been confused about.
It's like left click for shaking it, and then you hold the right mouse button to squeeze it.
Okay, but you streamed this game, and first of all, like the way Jim's describing it does not do it justice. It's a nightmare, and nobody should ever look at it. But it's not a case of holding down the mouse button, because your arm was going the whole time you were shaking that rat.
You have to hold down the mouse button to like engage the shake, but then you actually have to move the mouse to execute the shake.
I feel like for that game, Jim, you should really point the camera, like have a wider field of view, because the close up it was just you going like this.
I know it does look like
Jerking.
I'm cranking it, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what the game wants. It wants it to look like players are cranking it. It's a sick game for sick perverts. And I'm sorry I watched it.
It turned out to be much more of a plot than I anticipated. It does have a plot, kinda. It had to be explained to me by
more or less
one of our listeners
of a
who
plot
recommended the game
than the game John made us play.
Enchanted Arms?
No.
Click holding.
No.
Click holding.
I think while Jim was
click
streaming
holding.
this, I said it was the worst thing I'd seen since click holding. And I sort of stand by that. Once it got into the plot, it was okay.
Which, Rat Shaker or click holding?
Rat Shaker. Click holding had no plot.
That's not true.
All right, it had some plot.
A little bit of plot.
It didn't.
But yeah, good game. I had fun playing it, and I recommend it. I think I got it for like $4 or $5 or something. Anyway, that's how. Oh, I'll do like a pre-level up, but I'm gonna go see Superman tomorrow, and I'm pretty stoked about it.
I'm gonna see it Saturday morning, baby.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Matt, how did you level up?
Well, I did a couple of booky things to talk about. I finished that series that I have been talking about every week for the last month. Cradle. It was great. Great ending to the series. Fantastic. The series is 12 books. I read it in a month. So, and I say that not to be like brag, but to say that 12 books probably sounds like a lot, but really it's not. It's a pretty quick read. They all lead into each other. It kind of felt like one long thing. I mean, good stopping ending points. But anyway, I really liked it a lot. It was great. And I cannot recommend it enough. Though I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about this, but we've talked about it so much in this episode that I do kind of feel like I have to call it out. Because as much as I enjoyed it, I want to say about halfway through the series, it kind of occurred to me that I had seen exactly no like gay representation. And by the end, and I kept thinking like, well, it'll show up. But by the end of the series, it hadn't. Now, this is a sexless series. There is one relationship that slowly takes hold over the course of 12 books.
And by the end, they just nod at each other. They're like,
John, like I really was like, there's not even a like the slightest hint that kind of made me want to go down the rabbit hole on this writer. Like, am I recommending a series by like a fucking bigot? Maybe like have we hit the point where when there's no representation at all as just like a straight cis guy reader, now I find that weird, you know? Like now I find that to be unusual, whereas in before, like when it first started showing up and stuff, I was kind of like, oh, okay, you know. And now it's the opposite. Now I'm like, where's the gays? There's not even like one gay. There's lots of single men and women in this book. One of them in this series, not one of them can be like, by the way, I like girls. By the way, I like guys. You know, it was a little weird, but you know, I don't know. It is a very sexless series. It's pretty typical YA type stuff where there's like a little bit of like just like the hint of a relationship that burgeons over 12 fucking books and never really consummates or anything. It's complete. So I don't know. Like it was, but anyway, great series. I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. My father sent me a book called Black Orchids by Rex Stout, and it is a Nero Wolfe novel. Does anybody know what a Nero Wolfe novel is?
Is that not a detective?
It is.
Yeah.
Like a old timey gumshoe kind of detective.
Doesn't like Robbie Coltrane play him in some series? Or
Robbie Coltrane, but a recognizable actor did play him in like the, I want to say 80s.
Oh no, yeah, wasn't it Raymond Burr maybe or something? Yeah, there was I remember that there was I don't remember this from when I was a kid, but from watching 80s commercials. It was William Conrad was playing Nero Wolfe, and he was looking very beefy.
He is a big man. The first book was released in 1934, and the Black Orchid, which I read this week, came out in 1942. It is really fun. They're noirish detective novels. Nero Wolfe is kind of is obviously the titular character. He is a big, like obese man that he's wealthy. He never leaves his house. And so the books themselves are from the perspective of his assistant, Archie. And Archie is kind of more of a handsome ladies' man. Anyway, and there was a TV series, I think, maybe not a long.
Yeah, there's a mini series with Maury Chaykin later as Nero Wolfe, and then there was the 81 series, which only lasted like a season. With
and I really enjoyed it. Black Orchid, or Black Orchids. It was, and I'll tell you why. It's not the detective. Not that it's bad. I like the whodunit detective novels. You know, very Holmesian. But what I really like about it is that the writing itself is very good. There are lots of clever turns of phrase that really catch the brain. And one that I remember from early in the Black Orchids book that stuck out to me was that he was describing a man, and he said he had a serious chin. In fact, it was so serious it was bigoted, which I found very funny and kind of charming. Like, what a silly thing. Like, what a silly turn of phrase. And the books are filled with this. I really enjoyed it. I'm on to a second one called You're Cordially Invited to Meet Death. And then I circled back and bought the first book, which I had not, obviously I've not read any of it. But really good stuff if you're into Holmesian type mysteries, whodunits. And this is so old that it is kind of charming, you know, for its age. It is probably to the modern eye a little offensive. The main Nero Wolfe is a big, large man, and certainly that gets commented on, though not normally in like really gross ways, but just kind of, you know, Archie tends to think of him as like a balloon and stuff like that. So pretty soft stuff. It's not like edgelordy, but I thought that was fun and interesting. And finally, I did watch a movie that Jim has already seen, and I think Johnny's already seen. And I wanted to comment on it because I really fucking loved it. And that is Final Destination Bloodlines.
I have not yet seen it.
Oh, I thought you
I was
had.
going to.
I have
No.
not yet seen it.
Oh, so it's just Gemini. Okay. Well, Gemini, I fucking loved it. What a great, stupid movie. It managed to... my big complaint with the Final Destination movies is that the plot in between all of the crazy Rube Goldberg machine murders is pretty boring. And this actually managed to do something a little more interesting, I thought, with the story. It's still pretty typical to the Final Destination movies. It doesn't veer too far off the path, but enough that it was different and interesting. And I thought it was a lot of fun. And also, the crazy fucking murders or the crazy deaths were just... Oh my God. Like, this is the best Final Destination since Final Destination 2. Jim, do you agree?
Yeah, it was really good. I thought it was really funny. And I like that it didn't try to like reinvent what a Final Destination movie is. It was the same setup as every other movie, the same rules.
It wasn't quite the same.
Pretty much,
It
though.
wasn't quite
like,
the same setup.
Yeah, okay, but it essentially was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it. I thought it was like my favorite thing about it was one, how gory it was, and two, how funny it was. The last like 10 seconds of the movie, like I laughed out loudly laughed out loud in the theater. It's fucking hilarious. One of the funniest endings to a movie I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I felt the same. Final Destination, Bloodlines, very gory, like just absurdly gory. It reminded me a bit of Until Dawn, the movie that we did as a bonus recently, where like the goriness of the movie is so over the top that it's kind of hilarious, where you're just like, I can't believe that they've put this on screen, which the Final Destination movies have done. I mean, we all have the logs... we all have the log scene from Final Destination 2 burned into our brains, I think. But this whole fucking movie is just more
That
and
movie
more of
knows it too. Like it has so much fun with like teasing the audience with a truck carrying logs.
Yeah. It has a lot of fun
That's
teasing
like
the
it's like a
audience.
recurring joke in the movie, and it works so well every time they do it.
It has a lot of fun teasing the audience with like little things happening that the camera will catch. And then it leaves you sitting there going like, is that going to be the thing? Is that going to be the thing? You know, the penny rolls across the floor and you're like, oh no, is that the thing? Like it does a great job leading you on. And you know, it's pretty funny because to me, the movie had not a single recognizable actor other than, of course, Tony Todd. In a brief cameo. Not one actor otherwise have you ever seen in anything ever.
He
At
was
least I
basically
hadn't.
like at death's door for that cameo too. Like he you could tell he knew, like this was like right before he died.
Yeah, he does not look well.
He looks very frail.
Yeah, I mean the character is dying, so I guess it works. But anyway, the point is, it was a good fun time. Go check that thing out. What a fucking fun time. I hope John and Vanessa watch it. It was great. It was good. Anyway, that's how I leveled up. Vanessa, did you read a Nero Wolf book?
I didn't read
Oh
a
my
Nero
God,
Wolf book,
what a loser.
but I did watch a interesting documentary. This documentary is called The Thief Collector.
Whoa.
And it's about a stolen de Kooning painting that was stolen 30 years ago.
Ooh.
And then turned up at an estate sale, basically. And it's about the people whose house it was found in, and about the circumstances under which they believe that it ended up there, and about then taking this painting that had been sort of damaged over the last 30 years and restoring it and returning it to the museum in Arizona that it was stolen from. So if you're interested in sort of the lighter side of true crime, you know, it's very, it's not a movie about murder or a documentary about murder or gory crimes, but it's sort of an interesting character study of the couple whose house it was found in. And if you're interested in turn of the century art, not turn of the century, I'm sorry, mid-century art, de Kooning is a very important American painter, and it sort of talks about how his paintings came to be and what they meant at the time and sort of their place in art. So I thought it was interesting and fun.
That's good.
I
That's cool.
also watched just the first episode of the Apple show Foundation, which I have always kind of slept on, been a little bit interested in, but never watched. It's based on the Isaac Asimov novel of the same name, which I have not read. And the first episode really got me on board. It has a great cast. It has Lee Pace, sort of in his most Lee Paciness, but in a good way. He is the emperor of the galaxy. And even though this book is written in 1951, it's basically about a scientist who determines that there's going to be this big societal collapse, and nobody likes to hear that, and they all get very mad at him, which has a lot of parallels, I think, to some things we might be able to think of in this day and age. And it's both interesting and sad that this book was written in the 50s, and yet here we are. And finally, I watched The Queen's Gambit, the Netflix miniseries. I had never watched it before, and I'm not quite sure why, because it certainly seems like my kind of thing. And spoiler alert, it was. I liked it.
What was it?
Matt, The Queen's Gambit.
Oh.
I think Matt watched it.
Mm-hmm.
But he refuses to say anything about it because he's not speaking to me because of my feelings about Enchanted Arms.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I liked it. It's about a woman in the 60s who gets into competitive chess and her experiences in that. And it stars Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, Queen's Gambit is
As-
fantastic.
Yeah, as the titular queen. It also has the little boy from Love Actually pretending to be a grown-up man, which I guess technically he is, but it still makes me uncomfortable when
Oh, is this
people
where
are
like
"Oh,
Nicholas Hoult and
I'm gonna
Anya Taylor-Joy really blew up? Was from this show?
I don't think Nicholas Hoult is in the show. In fact, I'm sure he's not.
Wait,
I
didn't
just
you
watched
say
it.
that's how the little boy from
No.
About a Boy?
Nicholas Hoult was not in Love Actually
Oh,
either.
no.
Dudley Dursley.
Oh,
I'm not talking about Dudley Dursley. I'm talking about Thomas Brody Sangster. He's the little boy in Love Actually.
I was mixing
who
up
falls in
About a
love with the little
Boy
girl in the
and Love
band.
Actually. Sorry.
Yeah. He's a little impish looking boy. And yes, it does have the guy who played Dudley Dursley in it. And that was very upsetting for me because I found his character attractive, and then I looked up who this actor was, and I got sent right to jail for being attracted to Dudley Dursley. But that's life.
Well, I mean, is that any difference than the couple of years you spent after romancing Ken in Persona 3 Portable?
I guess it's no different. And I guess I'm looking at Harry Melling now. He was born in '89, and that's fine for anyone. That is a full-grown adult.
Yeah, he's like 2 years older than Jim, right? 2 years
Yeah.
younger. Sorry, 2 years younger than Jim.
Yeah.
So yeah, I liked it. I think it's only about 6 or 7 episodes, so it's not a big commitment, and it's only one season, and only ever will be one season, because it is a proper miniseries, not a sort of series pretending to be a miniseries.
It's a limited series.
Mm-hmm. And I think that whether you like chess or are interested in chess or not, you'll probably like it. If you like any kind of sports competition shows, it's the same deal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My headphones were dying. Did you watch Foundation?
I watched the pilot episode, and I'm enjoying it. Have you watched that, Matt?
I watched the first season. I really liked it. I've been meaning to get back on and watch the rest. I'm excited to hear your thoughts if you keep watching.
Yeah, I intend to. I liked the many parallels that I was able to draw from this 1951 book into now. And I also started watching the 3rd season of Squid Game. I am enjoying it thus far. I know a lot of people sort of stopped after the 1st season because they felt it was a satisfying ending, and I think that's totally fair.
Well, that's not why I stopped after the 1st season.
Oh.
I stopped after the 1st season because I thought it sucked.
I thought you were upset about his haircut.
And that.
Which is gone by the time. Yeah, he got rid of that. I will say, and this is my mild Squid Game spoiler, so earmuffs, I guess, if you care about that. There's a character that is a newborn baby in it, and they just decided to just CGI that whole baby, and it looks insane. It's like, it's not a show that relies on a lot of CGI, and at least not in a very blatant way, and so when you have just, like, CGI baby and they're carrying it around and here it is, it's kind of wild. But I'm enjoying it so far. Good acting. And that's it for my level up. And I think that's everybody.
Not Johnny's
Johnny's turn.
Oh, except for Johnny.
Well, as you know, I've been watching Taskmaster Season 1, and I don't want to talk about it. So...
Oh.
That's what you get for forgetting about me. Yeah.
No. Oh, just give me a little
No.
taste. Just tell me one task that you've enjoyed so far.
All right. I did like the ice task where they had to make a block of ice disappear. I would have done what Tim Key did, even if I don't think he won. He just threw the ice in a river.
Yeah.
Which I think was the right thing to do.
But it takes a lot of time to dissolve in a river. It doesn't just go away.
Well, that was
that's
the
what they were
argument.
saying.
Yeah, that's the whole argument that happened there. All right, so that's it for that talk.
Task talk.
I wrote that task talk. I wrote down what I was gonna do. Oh, I got that big CRT, but there was something I really wanted. Oh yeah, Buffy.
Oh.
I decided to rewatch Buffy. I watched a Sarah Zed video talking about how season 6 is good, actually. And I feel like a lot of people like season 6. That's so with Buffy, I watched some of the first and second season, and then I did watch some of the Riley season with my friends, like in college. And then I started dating this guy, the Zales guy, if you know from your Johnny lore books, the notes you've been taking about my life. Zales guy loves Buffy, and so I was dating him during season 6 and 7, so we watched a lot of Buffy, of those 2 seasons. So I've seen those. So it's like I haven't seen the whole thing all the way through. I've missed a couple of seasons. So I'm trying to watch it. It is weird to watch something that I enjoy that is specifically about my age group. Like, basically, they're all 1981-ish babies, if you go by the timeline of the show. So a little bit younger than me, but only like 2 years. So this is one of the few representations of my generation as teenagers. So it's really interesting, like, to hear the kind of music I heard at that age. I mean, there are stuff like Can't Hardly Wait and some other like movies I just don't like very much. Scream, I think, is the only other thing that really got my specific micro generation.
Oh yeah.
Is Scream and then Go, maybe, as a little bit older. Because stuff like Reality Bites, I hated and was more older Gen X, right? Mm-hmm. What a horrible movie.
But you fall into that, I think it's defined as like people who didn't have a computer as a kid, but then had the internet before they were adults.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, the cuspers, if you want to use the poker face term, or Zennial. It's a very Zennial show. It is interesting to see the roots of how, I'd say even today, a lot of comedy and adventure shows still write their dialogue. It's exactly this. This is the template for writing that kind of snarky sort of jokes dialogue that what show was it that had the bill that we've referenced several times, the whiteboard with all the jokes you can't say? Those are all Joss Whedonisms, basically. Like, it's so much Joss Whedonism. And it's interesting to see the origins of it. Everyone is baby, even like Angel is baby, and Sarah Michelle Gellar looks like a toddler.
Yeah. I said that same thing when I was watching it a few months ago, when I watched the first, I think, 3 or 4 seasons. And I mostly enjoyed it, but it's kind of weird. Like, mentally, I'm like, oh, Sarah Michelle Gellar's so hot. And I was watching the first season, and I was like, oh my God, she's like 10 years old.
You were
She's
the same
such
age.
a child.
You were the same age as her at the time it was out. Like, it makes sense you have memories
I'm
of
younger
being...
than she is, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think is she my age? She might be a year older than me,
I think
even.
she's, well, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Jim, how old is Sarah Michelle Gellar?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. The Sarah's...
She was born in 77.
Okay, so my sister's
she's
age.
48.
Yeah, she's my sister's age. So
But I think that Buffy is supposed to have been born in like 81 or 82.
81. I mean, once again, I'm all for having adults play teenagers in movies because teenagers are treated terribly. Actual teenagers. So it's totally fine. So the Sarah Zed, I watched her documentary. I posted it in the group chat for Vanessa. I thought she might be interested in Chess is Fake. We're talking about all the different chess cheating and how basically the chess world, like lower level tournaments have moved online because, especially during the pandemic, it had to. But there's so much cheating because it's so easy to cheat and like play like a grandmaster if you're just like using chess moves. And talking about that one guy that Magnus Carlsen said was cheating and probably was, and maybe was, and talking about just how it's impossible to tell now and like. But that's not new. Like during the Cold War, there's lots of are these yogurts that Bobby Fischer is getting codes for how to play this game? It's not new. So that's interesting too. I didn't realize Bobby Fischer turned into like a real red pill jerk. I don't know if you know.
Oh, I didn't know that either. That's too bad.
Anyway, watch Sarah Zed's channel, but that's the reason I started watching Buffy, and then also it started my YouTube algorithm started recommending the Riff Tracks shorts. So it's a lot of people from the original run of Mystery Science Theater. It's got like Mike and Kevin. I don't know which guy Kevin is. He plays one of the robots, right?
I think is he Crow?
Yeah, he might have been the first Crow. But they're all
It's
it's
the
weird.
original Tom, the original Crow, and Mike, who was the second host. That is who Riff Tracks is.
But sometimes it's also like two of the women from the show, like the lady who played like the daughter. Yeah, Pearl. She narrates some of these shorts too.
Mary Jo Pell, yeah, she's
really?
on it.
I have not seen her with her. That's interesting.
There's a really great. Anyway, I posted this one yesterday for Vanessa on drugs. That is what I was working and I had it on the background, but I started laughing so hard I had to stop what I was doing and pause the video. Vanessa, what did you think of that drugs?
It made me so mad. I had to turn it off because it was
such a poorly done, poorly made.
So much, and it talked about how bad drugs are, and that infuriated you.
What are drugs are like that,
so
Matt?
Weird. Yeah, the dialogue was so. I'll do it as best as burger time as I possibly can.
Well, you wrote it down because you were getting so mad.
Yeah. There's a little boy and a little girl, and the little girl said, "A lady came to our school today," and the boy goes, "What?" Sorry, Johnny.
You have to really do it as slow as they do it too, because it's very naturalistic kid dialogue.
Yeah. A lady came to our school today. What'd she say? Who? The lady. What lady? The lady who came to your school. Oh, her. Well, she told us about a baby. a baby.
It just goes on and on like that of like every single thing that they bring up, like,
What'd she say about a baby?
And the Tom
lady
Servo.
who
He's so the weird thing is Kevin's doing Tom Servo's sort of character. He's not really playing himself or Crow or whichever one he is. But him getting so angry at that was making me laugh so hard. He's like, come on!
I felt the same way, but I felt the same way to the point where I was like, I can't watch this. I did actually.
Kevin Murphy was Tom Servo.
Okay.
After that, though, Johnny, I did watch a whole nother like riff track short called "How to Set Up a Room," and it was about setting up a classroom.
Oh yeah, that one was amazing.
It was insane. And it's like
So there's a lot of these riff track shorts. They're free. They're on YouTube. I strongly recommend watching them. They're a lot of fun.
Matt, there's a great riff tracks that's like a full episode, but it's another movie by the same guy who directed Time Chasers. And it has a lot of the same actors in it, and it's really stupid, and it's a really, really funny riff tracks that's on YouTube. You should check it out.
What's it
Is
called?
it? Do you have to time it over the movie, or is it combined?
No, it's already got everything on it.
Okay.
Yeah, they've really figured it out. You can watch riff tracks on like Prime now, where they just put it all together for you. There's they do like live channels, and one of them is a riff tracks channel where they just run.
I think. I think Riff Tracks actually. I think Riff Tracks has a Time Chasers episode, but there is another one that is called.
I mean, maybe I'm
Pressure
wrong,
Point.
but it's Kevin Murphy and Bill Corbett, right? And Michael Nelson.
Yes.
Michael J.
Yeah.
Nelson. So that's basically the original
there's-
cast, other than
Yeah, it is.
who I like,
Yeah,
but ultimately, I have to say, Michael J. Nelson is just kind of more my speed. He really is. I know
Yeah,
he's
I
kind of
think
a
so,
conservative douchebag, though I don't think he's a Trump guy, which I appreciate. But
He's very religious.
Yeah, that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
You should look up Pressure Point. The Riff Tracks episode. It's the other David Giancola film, and it's awful, but it's really fun to watch.
Joel just always seems very stoned. I don't know if this is
he's
true.
more of like he's just got more of like a goofy kind of I'm a silly guy comedy, which I like, but Mike is more of a like cutting, sarcastic type thing, which is just more my speed, I guess. I mean, I love the Joel episodes. I've watched them a million times.
Yeah.
But Mike
I like
is
during
really...
some of the Mike episodes when they reference Joel, they reference him as the sleepy-eyed guy.
All right, so that's it. That's how I leveled up. Check out Sarah Z's channel. Her video on narcissists is one of the most interesting videos I've ever seen. It's talking about, if it's this weird black, what do you call that? Like a black hole of YouTube you can get caught into, where it's just people saying like, these are the narcissists in your life, and this is how to identify and fight against the narcissist as a dark empath, and like it's all bullshit. And the secret is it's all like getting you into religious things, because these narcissist videos always end with like, and the way to fight narcissists is to embrace Jesus, because it's demons. It's demons that are making people
Or
narcissists.
or they want you to sign up for a newsletter that sucks you into like a lead generation to eventually get you into like a Christian church.
Exactly. Yeah. So check out the Sarah Zed's videos. She's from Vancouver. She's very cool. I like her stuff a lot. That's it.
All right. That's it for this episode of the Square Roots Podcast, right, Jim?
Yep. That's it for this episode. Like we said, next episode, actually for the next few episodes, Johnny will be on vacation, but we will be playing through Beyond Good and Evil next. For the first chunker for next week's episode, Vanessa said we will be playing up until we get back to Iris headquarters after we complete the factory mission. But before we go, we'd like to remind everyone that we do have a Patreon. Patreon.com/Square Roots Podcast is where we have all of our great bonus content. We're kind of, since Johnny's going on vacation, I'm going to assume responsibility for picking this month's bonus.
Are you?
And
I don't know that we agreed to that. I don't think you
No,
dictate.
it would be mine. It would be
I don't
mine
think it would
anyway.
be yours. It would be Johnny. Vanessa and I have decided
I know,
what we're
it
going to
would be
do
Johnny.
for the bonus episode this month. We're going to do an episode about spiders.
No, Johnny said I could
It's
do
going
it.
to be a video. It's going to be a video episode where we meet and interact with different spiders.
No, we're not.
Jim will be
doing that.
laid
Of
down in
increasing
a
size.
coffin, and we will drop spiders in through a hole.
Amanda and I were like moving dressers up our stairs today that had been in the garage for a minute, so there were like cobwebs and stuff on the bottom, and I was lifting up one from the bottom, and I told Amanda, I was like, I'm just warning you, if I see a spider, I'm dropping this dresser and causing an accident. Like I'm not gonna be able to keep this dresser like in the air. But that sounds awful, and I will be picking this month's bonus. I've already picked it. I just decided on it just now. Do you guys want to hear what it is?
I mean, you can say whatever you want.
Let
not how
me
this
tell you what
works.
I think it should be.
This is a democracy,
based
not
on
a
tonight's
gemocracy.
conversation.
It's probably going to be something I'm into, and then Matt's going to
Yeah,
be furious because he'll be
I will
outvoted
go lay in
immediately.
my bed and kick my hands and feet again.
Oh no!
What I was thinking was we could do something similar to what we did with the South Park bonus that we did, but we all pick a favorite Mystery Science Theater episode, and we watch everyone's favorites, and then we talk about them in a bonus.
I've seen all of those. I don't need to do that.
All right, fine.
Vanessa, how do you feel?
I think that I could commit to doing that with shorts.
What about pants? What about dresses? What about skirts?
Just an idea. Anyways, you can find
I'm
that
Team Spider,
maybe this
you know?
month.
We'll argue about it.
Or maybe a bonus about spiders. You can find that on our Patreon. You can have access to all that content by subscribing at the $3 level. You can also subscribe at the $5 level, where you have access to all that bonus content, plus the ability to vote on games we play on the show. But no matter what tier you subscribe at, we like to personally thank some of our patrons on the air every week. And I'm going to start us off this week by thanking Wishbone is Gay, David Arnold, Isaac Wright, Sexy Grandma's Retirement Home, Eric Garb, Arthur A., Matt Jorgensen, Cameron Shoei, Gareth of Thivia the Filcher, Hat Ben, the Ben with the hat.
I'd like to thank Edarule, Doom Train, Star Healer, Brian Pitt, Ed Franco, Andy M., Butcher Pete's Sharp Salami, Loafing Around, My Battery is Low, and Jesse's Mom's Pizza.
I'd like to thank Hayden Neff, Ron, Justin Ham, Ari Corpovara, Tyler, Sean Gonzalez, Huxley Iguana, a definitely real non-AI person, Gigantified Micro Space Hamster, and Florian Jonas Kramer.
I would also like to thank Florian Jonas Kramer, as well as Johnny Five Alive, Frieger, Robert T, Rachel Rubberbell,
You can do it.
God, lay off the sauce, sister. Holy shit.
Oh, no.
person washing the wind. Just
Oh,
walking
God.
up
No.
here. Kill
Stop.
my dog.
Dr. Fine, say everyone's name, and
Wow.
Tracy.
With an eye.
All right, that's it for this episode of Square Roots. If you'd like to send us an email to have read on the air, you can email us at squarerootspodcast@gmail.com. Come see us at our Facebook group, the Square Roots Podcast Group for smart, cool, very attractive people, or find us on Blue Sky at squarerootspod.bsky.social.
Please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, Ghana, or wherever you listen to podcasts, YouTube even. Thanks to Stephen Morris for Skirt's theme. You can find Stephen on YouTube. Links in the show notes. Check out his covers of video game music. They're really fun.
All right, for Square Roots, I'm Jim Banks.
I'm Matthew Van Zant.
I'm Johnny Brandon. Oh, I knew she was going to do that.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Jim, have you been utilizing those playlists?
I haven't yet.
Yeah, maybe you should start using those instead of making me do it like I'm your fucking mother. And we also say thank you, Mommy.
You're my
Say
producer.
thank you, Mommy.
I'm not gonna say it.
Yes,
not
you
moving
are.
on
We're not
until you
moving
say
on
it.
until you say
I'm not gonna say it.
You gotta say it.
He's leaning back from the microphone. He's crossing his legs. He's drinking his drink.
I'll drink my drink.
This
Yeah,
is
me
a
too.
delicious root beer. Ew.
I'll drink my drink.
Oh, Vanessa's quenching her thirst with Gatorade has electrolytes in it.
Yeah, I woke up feeling a little dehydrated today. You gotta be careful in the summer.
It's weird because it's now 9 p.m., so you'd think you would be hydrated by now.
Well, I've been hydrating all day. And yeah, I feel pretty moist.
Jim, why are you wearing a shirt that says Celebrate American Fascism?
Because that's what I believe.
Anyway, you're welcome, son.